Okay. So I fixed the settings. Oh, did I fix the resolution? Let's see. Oh, I can't. It's full screen. All right, I fixed the resolution, kinda. I think we can start. What's up, guys? Fruit.cb here. We're officially going to start 9, episode 1, Miyako Kujo.
始まります。
All right, let's do it, dude. Wait, what's this? Turn the Hell yeah. Duh. What? Dance. All right, let's do it. How you, Oh, you guess you can't hide this, huh? Can you
環境
hide
設定
this?
です。
System?
システムの設定です。
Okay. You know what? I'm fine with this. This looks okay. I'll put my mouse right here. A while back, there was an anime called Mobius Ring, the cycle of reincarnation. The town I live in, Shiromitsukawa, helped sponsor it as a way of promoting tourism in the area. The show has some convoluted plot based off of local folklore. It left a big impression on a small group of dedicated fans, but most people regarded it as one of those oddball shows that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Though it went down in anime history as a complete failure, it's unclear whether the bigwigs behind the regional sponsorship deal are clueless to fact or simply aren't willing to admit it. It's been 2 years since the anime aired, and here we are at the second annual Mobius Festival, a ham-fisted attempt to get some mileage out of the anime despite the local residents' overwhelming opposition to going through the cringe-worthy event second time. Cringe-worthy, huh? Though it turns out the festivities end up being the furthest thing from anyone's mind. What the hell?
皆さん落ち着いて、スタッフの誘導に従ってください。
Damn, we're gonna start with this? The rather scantily clad cosplayer shouts to the smattering of festival goers. The majority do as they're told, while the more die-hard enthusiasts continue their quest for the ideal camera angle to snap away. Alright, this is time to use one of the game features, hide the text. Within my company. That's you with the camera. Oh my god. Look how clean my hair is. You see my Megami fellas, reflecting the sunlight off my glasses. You see how these cheeks works? Those scream confidence. That smile says 1,000 words. I'm pretty good in C already. I like it. Megami, whatever, bro. Megane fellas. Hold on, did I skip something? The majority just are told, while the more diehard enthusiasts in. Oh yeah. Pretty impressive dedication considering the rather substantial earthquake we went through a minute ago. Who the fuck are you?
かけるな兄貴、持ってきやしたぜ。
Aniki. I don't like the sound of that. I blink and turn around to find Sora, my imoto. Oh ho ho. What?
おい、あそこ。
No, I'm laughing because I like the music. And I forgot to say Megane.
Thank you.
Oh shit, Toma. I take the bandage and wrap it around my bloody right index finger. Futaba and Bunny Senpai. Futaba is the girl with the Megane, right?
結構ざっくりいっちゃったね。痛そう。
部活に触るんじゃなかったな。あれやっぱダメか。
Yeah.
さあ、なんか難しい顔してたけど。あ、来た。気になるなら持ち主に聞いた方が早いよ。
I look over to where Sora is pointing to find a woman slowly walking towards us. She's one of the family that runs the shrine, and she worked as a shrine maiden here, but she's just walking around in casual clothes rather than wearing the traditional shrine maiden outfit. It just ruins the whole festival atmosphere. Incidentally, she's also a teacher at a school, Hakusen Academy, and while I call her Miss Naruse, like any good student would, she always saying she preferred Sasuke-chan. Sasuke-chan. Alright. A shrine maiden and a teacher. I guess you could say both of those jobs are something of a higher ceiling.
どうも、大変っすね。
It's pretty decked. for VAs?
ねえ、あのアニメで変な人うろつくようになって迷惑してたし、フェス中してざまあみろって感じだね。
God damn it. She's talking about me. Am I that weirdo? Can't help it. As you can see, she has a lovely personality.
落書きされたこともある。
そうでしたね。
消毒液持ってきたんだけど、もう絆創膏しちゃった？
Damn. She brought me disinfect.
ああ、いいっすよ。軽く洗ったし。
Sensei Rao.
古いものだし、未知のばい菌でもなければいいけど。
I wonder the music's too loud. I wonder if I should lower it. Let me try that.
環境設定で
She's
す。
pretty low.
サウンドの設定です。
BGM's already low. What's the voices like? I'm gonna buff up the voice since it's dead. Let's buff it up to 70.
消毒液ください。
弱っ。
What?
うっせえな。
I accept the disinfect and continue the conversation while pouring the liquid on my cut through the bandage.
仁義ってやつ、修復できそうですか？
無理じゃないかな。完全に壊れちゃったし、これからは紙粘土とかで適当にレプリカ作って祀っておけばいいでしょ。環境設定です。
Here in the do 90. Maybe 100. I don't want to do 100. That's always gonna blast your ears, right? Let's do 90.
マジっすか。いいんすかそれで。
I think this is good.
そう。
I think they're just very low spoken. This should be a disaster, but Miss Naruse seems oddly optimistic about it. Or maybe apathetic is more the word. Definitely loud. Alright, I'll lower the music.
環境設定です。
How about lower to 30? I think 30 maybe is good. The sacred relic. According to the local mythology, it was a treasure bequeathed by God, and it also featured that in anime. It was no prop. Legend says it's a relic from ancient times and has been safeguarded in this very shrine since the old days of old. The sacred relic is an oval-shaped spear, no bigger than a fist. At first glance, it looks like a rusted hunk of metal, but it certainly does exude the aura of something rich with history. The shrine was keeping it out on display for the festival, but during that earthquake a minute ago, it got smashed, much to our surprise. It rolled right off its pedestal and fell to the ground, where it shattered into pieces. Though it looked like metal, it apparently as fragile as glass. The resulting mess having been deemed a safety hazard, I was ordered to clean it up, which is how I ended up stupidly cutting my finger. Had I known this was in store for me, I wouldn't have taken this side job to begin with.
さてさて、新見兄弟。
Yeah, I think the music was loud. This sounds way better now. I can hear her voice.
はい。
ウィース。今日はもう帰っちゃっていいよ。フェスどころじゃないだろうし。
え、いいんすか？
いいんじゃない？知らないけど。
Hey, I want to see my face.
ほんと適当だな。まあ、私はバイトじゃなくて遊びに来ただけだからいいんだけど。いいやん、帰ろうよ。
Alright, let's go, broski.
帰れるなら帰りたいが。
I take a glance. What the fuck?
ごめんなさい。今は写真はご遠慮していただけると、まだ自信あるかもしれないので、
I
いい
forgot
のも。
about her. I'm not gonna lie. I was too drawn in with Sensei and Sora. A few guys with cameras are still crowded around with that cosplayer, putting her in quite the awkward predicament. The broski translation?
九条さん真面目だね。
I like the I like the translation. You should consider this. Let me see. Broski removal patch? Nah, we keeping it. It's too late. You should have told me about it before the stream started. Nah, we got it though, broski. Dude, it's a broski removal patch. Yo, visual novel community's godlike. The cosplayer is Miyako Kujo. She's working the festival just like me. And not only does she go to the same school that I do, she's also in the same class. We had a little interaction outside of that too. Well, sort of. Truth is, we hardly ever talked. We're not what I call close, not by a long shot. But when I see her working so hard, it gives me second thoughts about talking Miss Norase advice and bailing. Noruse?
あのレイヤーさんかわいいな。声優さん引っ張ってきたとか？声優さんっていうかスポンサーさん？
Yeah, Sasuke has a low voice.
え？コロナグループの社長令嬢。
Wait, what? The VTuber? Corona? Sponsors. Okay.
何？コロナグループって。
コロナ飲料なら聞いたことあるだろ。
Hey, they can't do this, can they? What the fuck? That's the real beer.
あのコロナ？コーラとかの？
Wait, cola? What?
そうそう。マジで？
マジ割と有名だぞ。うちの学校にコロナのお嬢様いるって。
I guess that's a loophole. It's not the beer, I guess. It's a cola.
なんで社長令嬢自らあんなことしてるんすか？アニメがこけて住民に迷惑かけたのに見て見ぬふりはできないって一番辛い仕事を立候補。あの人個人がスポンサー？まさか企業として出資してるわけだし個人でお金出したりはしないでしょう。親のしたことに責任感じてるってことです？
そうなるな。
My sword, so she's so close to me.
実際いいよね。成績も上位だし。
You need to sword to back up.
パーフェクト超人かよ。なんかムカつく写真撮っておこう。
Oh shit! What the fuck? You can see the back of their neck? That's rare. I haven't played a visual novel that I can see the back of their neck. That's not a scene. Did I? Maybe I did. Well, I don't remember it.
いつか何らかの機会に脅しの道具として使えるかもしれない。
クズだなお前。
親の格も違いすぎるよね。アマかけるとか中二ネームつけちゃう両親に育てられたせいで私こんなんなんすよ。
What? She doesn't like her name? What the fuck?
環境設定です。
Alright. Let me do this. BG voices is BG. BG on voice playback? Oh, fuck, that works. That's way better. Let me try this.
お前だいたいテンって呼ばれるよな。
Oh, it's too quiet. I kind of don't
環
like
境
that.
設定です。
Hey, this is good. I kind of like that. 225.
空って呼ばせたいなら普通の空でいいじゃんね。
Oh, shit.
そのうち絶対解明してやる。せめて漢字は変えてやる。
Oh, damn. Her writing's weird. Her name's weird.
天さんってあだ名つけられたりしてそう。あの漫画みたいに。さよなら、天さん。何それ？
知らん。
世代の差を感じてムカついたので早く帰ってください。
じゃやることもなさそうなんで帰ります。
I stand up and glance over at Kujo before getting ready to head back.
ごめんなさい。ポーズとかそういうのはないです。私ただの会場案内ですので。
She's having a hard time handling a few remaining guys who insist on taking pictures of her. She really looks like she's in a bind. Well, it's not my problem. I'm sure she'd really appreciate if I dashingly stepped in to offer a helping hand, but unfortunately, I just can't muster the will to walk out onto that battlefield.
行くぞ、ソラ。
はいよ。さつきちゃん、またね。お疲れ様。
I love that. I don't know why. I just like seeing the back of the character. Seeing the back of the character, it gives me like it's giving me full immersion in what they look like now, right? Because now I've seen the front and the back. Now I can just put it together. I like her hoodie. She has a Kuma hoodie. That's pretty cute. She got a necklace too. Nate fetishes. She do got a strong looking neck. There are a few people who look like festival goers here and there. Probably heading towards the station, I bet.
にいに、本当に良かったの？
I wonder why she dressed like that. Is my sister a hoe? Well, I shouldn't say that. But you know what? I like that. That Kuma hoodie doesn't look like it has a zipper. She's stylish, bro. That's called drip. She ain't no hoe.
何が？
途中で帰っちゃって。一応クソフェスまだやってんじゃん。
俺は神社の手伝い。九条と違って正式なスタッフじゃない。
ああ、さつきちゃんに個人的に頼まれたってことね。
そういうこと。
She's really just my teacher, but Miss Naruse's parents and my parents have known each other since forever, so we're family friends. The people running the shrine were probably looking for helping hands, because they knew the festival was going to be such a hassle. Yeah, this song is good. I should look up. Is it too late? I like this song too. They said they couldn't trust the staff, which is why keeping guard on the sacred relic was my main task. But the job went south thanks to the whole natural disaster thing.
お前はいいのか？せっかく遊びに来たのに。
白蜜パフェってあったじゃん。
Shiromitsukawa parfait.
ああ、地名と白蜜をかけたあれね。
こんな小さいのに800円もした。味も普通だし、コンビニのスイーツの方がうまいし。楽しみにしてた自分を呪ったね。
What? What are we talking about that? What did I say? Oh! That's the main character. He's kind of hot. Well, what come he doesn't have white hair? Unless, that's not my real sister. Let's see, what's that? You're the one who came out to enjoy the festival? Parfait. She just complaining about the parfait. Maybe that's why she went to the festival. She wanted to try it. Yeah, I cursed myself for getting my hopes up. She went to try the parfait.
あれ、グッズもついてたろ？
近くにいた人にあげようとしたんだけど、いっす、いらねっすって言われた。
Dang, she didn't like it? It tasted super average?
おかしいな。参加者はアニメファンのはずなんだけどな。
絶対赤字だぞ、あのフェス。って、ちょい。
She yanks on my arm and I try to walk forward.
なんだよ。
どこ行くの？
駅だよ。
なんで？
もう帰るだろ？
帰るけど、違うじゃん。家はあっちじゃん。
俺の家っつうか、俺の部屋はあっちだな。お前の家は一駅先だ。
私もあそこに住みたい。
無理、狭い。
てか、なんでニーヤンだけ一人暮らししてるわけ？納得いかないんだけど。
Broski.
お前が一人部屋欲しいって毎日のようにダダこねて、お前にクソ甘いおとんとおかんが俺を家から追い出したからだろ。
Dang.
それどこの世界線の話？
俺帰るぞ。
やだ、止めてよ。
嫌だね。
やだ。
As my sister shows off her pampered worldview, wherein she always gets her way as long as she whines hard enough, I drag her along towards the station.
まっすぐ帰れよ。
はい、わかりました。
はい、バイバイ。
Bye bye.
何、帰らないの？
帰る。お前が電車に乗り込んだらな。
くっそ、全く信用されてない。じゃあね、バイバイ。
はい、さようなら。
Sora soaks through the ticket gate and disappears into the crowd. I've been worried about whether the earthquake shut down any infrastructure, but the train station looks all clear. I'll be surprised if there weren't a few delays, but the trains are up and running just fine. I make sure to stand and watch until Sora is completely out of sight, at which point I turn back. Sweetly. Shiromitsukawa is something of a student town, so even here at the station, where there's a relatively large number of restaurants, it's never exactly bustling on a day off like today, when all the students aren't around. It doesn't help that the town hardly gets any tourists. This town is somewhat well known because of the Corona Beverages headquarters being here, so one might reasonably expect the town as a whole to also be in a good financial shape. But apparently that isn't enough to keep the town afloat. They went all out of the revitalization project with that anime and everything, hoping to make the place a hot tourist attraction, and this is all we have to show for it. Kujo suddenly pops into my head. Cleaning up a mess you inherited from your parents has got to be pretty tough for the daughter of the company president. I got to applaud her effort. As soon as I arrive at my apartment complex, the sun begins to set on the horizon. I remember this visual novel. I think, yeah, obviously, we looked it up before I bought it, right? Is this the visual novel that is he going to try to save the town? Financially? That would be pretty cool. I think that reminded me of, the day I became God, kinda, right? But they're trying, like, quote-unquote, make the town cooler, I guess. I forgot what was the whole point of it. The unpopular festival should be just about over now. Oh no, he was just listening to that pink-haired girl. It was just save the restaurant, not the town. Man, I sure hope the earthquake earlier didn't make a mess of my place. I hurriedly opened the door. Despite my concerns, my apartment is surprisingly fine. Of course, I don't own anything I'm worried about getting busted up. Heck, I don't really own much to begin with. I don't even have a TV. The only thing I really care about is the laptop I use to get on the web. I turned it on, take a seat, waiting for it to boot up. As for this spring, I'm a second year. That means it's already been a whole year since I moved into this apartment. Nowadays, this place feels more like home to me than my folks. The only issue I have are I had to fend for myself when it comes to meals, and I have to do my own laundry. Washing, drying clothes is no big deal, but I'm long since given up the irony. I clean up the place when I feel like it. Right after I started living on my own, I tried to get good at cooking too, but nowadays I don't even try. I throw away every spice and seasoning I bought. Reason 1, cooking is a pain in the ass. Reason 2, it jacks up my electric bill more than I expected. And most of all, reason 3, my cooking just plain sucks. This trifecta of pain broke my spirit. Hence why my meals consist of either convenience store lunches and packaged food from the supermarket, or I get up and take a peek at the clock. Working today has worn me out. I kick back and browse the web until it gets late. The Usual. Oh, this song's called The Usual? Okay, this is a pretty good OST. With the sun completely set and hunger starting to set in, I decided it's time to leave my apartment. My destination is my favorite spot, a place I've gone to for the past years since I started living on my own. I've been known to go there every day for long stretches, and at the least, I go once a week. Cafe 9 Ball. Though it's normally more of a coffee shop, they have a solid lunch and dinner menu, and not only is it cheap, the portions are generous to boot. It's a haven for a student like me. On the weekdays, it's usually filled with the clamor of people stopping by on their way home from club activities, but considering it's a day off, I can probably eat in peace and quiet. After I checked the daily specials on the sandwich board in front of the restaurant, I opened the retro style door. Let me see. Portion is generous, so it's cheap and they give you a lot of food. Cool. Who's this? Dang, you can see the back of... Wait a minute, who are you? I don't want to praise it. No, it's a different girl, that's not Sora. Dang, you can see the back of her neck too. That's godlike. Whoa, beneath the moon? I like this OST. When I open the door, the waitress greets me from farther in. She quickly comes to show me to a table. Miyako.
Hi.
The cafe is practically empty. Dang, this OST is godlike. Beneath the moon. I remember that one too. I think that's my favorite one so far. I take my favorite seat over by the window and pray use the menu.
Hi.
Dang, she got that Sprite? Alright. Kujo places in my glass on the table and walks away. Yep, the same Kujo. Wait, what? I thought that was Miyako. Who the fuck is Kujo? Her service is by the book, and I have zero inclination to start up a conversation with her myself. We may be classmates, but obviously there's a bit of distance between the two of us. Cosplayer from earlier. A friend liked to tease me, saying I come here all the time because I got my sets on her. But honestly, I only recently realized the waitress at my favorite restaurant was my classmate Miyako Kujo. Oh, that's her full name. It's Miyako and Kujo. He has a friend? That's cool. I hope he can be cool like Tsunohara. After the opening ceremony at school, I came here to grab a bite, and once I went to pay my check.
同じクラスになったね。これからよろしくね。
That's what Kujo ended up saying to me. I couldn't tell, bro. She got twin tails on. It's the twin tails and glasses. That was when it finally clicked. Oh, duh, that's my new classmate, Kujo. And also hit me that the 9 in Cafe 9 ball matched with the Ku in Kujo name, which probably wasn't a coincidence. You see, the retired founder of Corona Beverages, who is also Kujo's grandfather, manages and operates this cafe. I can't be pretty oblivious to things outside my interests, I guess. Even Kujo got a chuckle out of it, saying, just not figured it out. I mean, with her changing her hair, putting on glasses, and just acting a lot different from when I see her at school, I feel like she should give me a break. I couldn't tell too, I'll be honest. I agree with this main character. Cut me a break. But the glasses, the hairstyle, the way she acts, it's too different. It's like a new character. Anyway, that was the closest to a conversation we ever come, either here or at school. Still, she's acting a bit different today.
すいません。
はい。
Having decided on my order, I casually raised my hand and called Kujo over. Kujo trots over to me.
お伺いします。
ビーフカツレツのセット、ライスで。
はい。ビーフカツレツのセットをライスで。
はい。
かしこまりました。
She briskly takes my order. Another part-timer I often see is standing nearby. I hear her say, "What, no Southburg steak today?" It's kind of annoying, but Kujo does me a favor by not joining in her teasing. However, Kujo doesn't head for the kitchen. Instead, she stares at me with a slightly apologetic expression. Is Kujo that girl? That VA is Darkness or Yami and Love Ru?
ごめんなさい、新見くん。
Niimi.
少しだけいい？
Yeah, it is. That's pretty cool. I'm trying to like hear it, but then it's been a couple years since I heard Darkness' voice. Well, this is the first. The surprise request leaves me at a loss, and I end up meekly nodding my head in reply.
ありがとう。これ見覚えないかな？
She says something on the table. Whoa, what the hell? What? I have no clue what it is though.
アクセ？
Darkness speaks more monotone? It's probably more closer to Asuka and 4 rhythm. Okay, that is true. Darkness does speak more monotone. So I should try to remember Asuka's voice from 4 rhythm then. I remember Asuka's voice when she speaks softly. Let me try to remember that.
多分髪飾りかな。神社に落ちていたの。落とし主を探していたのだ
Hair
けど
clip, I think.
見
It was
つから
on
な
the
くて。
ground of the shrine. From my Hero Academia?
ああ、それで俺に？
I'll pick it up and take a look at it. I'm not really a jewelry expert, but my guess is that it's made out of silver. The design looks like a flower. You watch Boku no Hero. I want to say the first 2 seasons. I haven't caught up or continue watching. I think I want to plan on continue watching. I just gotta find time. The design looks like a flower. I think back trying to recall if any of the festival goers were wearing this, but Unfortunately, my memory isn't what you call amazing.
悪い、わからない
Himiko
な。
Toga.
見覚えはない。
I don't think I know her.
そう、ありがとう。彼女さんと一緒だったでしょ。
Come on, bruh.
もしかしたらって思って。
That's my little sister.
ん？彼女？
あれ、一緒にいた。
あ、違う違う。妹だよ。
Same VA.
ごめんなさい、早とちりしちゃって。
あいつもたまに髪につけてるけど、多分違うな。どちらかといえば、九条の方がこういうの持ってそうだ。
そう？
いつもつけてる。
あ、
She touches her hair with her left hand, as if she just remembered that fact. I guess she takes it off when she's at work. But at school, Kujo always wears a pretty hair clip in that very spot.
私と気が合いそうな人を探せば見つかるかな。
かもな。
I set the hair clip on the table and nudge it over towards Kujo.
ありがとう。ごめんなさい、時間取らせて。
Crazy and deer type. Her role's a different Rogi you played her with.
どういたしまして。見つからないなら先生に預けておくのもいいかもな。
The soft-spoken role. I like the soft-spoken role, honestly. But I don't think I heard her Yandir voice, or at least remember it.
あ、そうね。それが良かったのかもしれない。
Her soft voice is
自
why you
分
love
でな
her.
んとかしなきゃって思っちゃって。
I like her soft-spoken voice. I usually prefer soft-spoken in the heroine voice, to be honest.
責任感強いな。フェスも九条が一番頑張ってたし。
Mainly for Shinku, for Uroskai. Play this if you remember. Rika. Oh! I don't remember her voice though. Hold on. I'm trying to remember her voice. What's this one? Irochiri Dori no Sekai. I haven't read that visual novel yet. Want to spread my wings and fly into the sky? That one looks good though. She plays the main heroine of it. That's cool to know.
そんなことない。私は当日に少しお手伝いするだけだ
And
し。
she has a lot of roles.
一番大変だったのは他のスタッフさん。
I know we looked her up, probably when I was playing I Know 4 Rhythm, but we can look her up again after the stream. Sushi Mikado Imoto. Oh, the maid. Wait. Let me see. Yeah, the maid. I gotta make sure you're talking about the right character. She's barely in the anime though. Oh yeah, so press took B, bunch of money to do it, and now disappear.
写真撮られまくって大変だったろ。
ちょっとね。でもコスプレした時点で覚悟は決めてたから。
似合ってたけどな。
Damn. You look darn fine in it.
あ、妹が言ってたんだ。声優とか役者とかと勘違いしてた。
妹さんに伝えておいてもらっていい？ありがとうって。
I'm not gonna tell her that.
わかった。
I blurted out some nonsense and found myself slightly flustered. Took a sip of water to cool down, then tried to get the conversation back on track.
にしてもイベントの後にバイトって働きすぎだろ。すげえな。
バイトといっても家業のお手伝いみたいなものだから。
仕事は仕事だろ。お疲れ様。地震とか今日は大変だったな。
そうね。新見くんもお疲れ様。
いつも？
お店に来てくれて。
Oh shit, I think she liked me. She smiles sweetly and heads out to the kitchen. Yikes! My heart skipped a beat. God, I'm such a pushover. I clear my throat, trying to get out of a weird, awkward lump, and decide to kill some time until my food comes by, playing with my smartphone. This place is empty, so dinner should come out fast. Her voice, though, is somewhat similar to Sinku's in a lot of ways here. My inbox is filled with messages from Sora gripping at me, but I choose to ignore them and mark them all as read. It's probably the soft voice. I open up a game to waste my in-game stamina. Right about when I'm at a good place to stop, I sense someone coming and lift my eyes from the screen.
お待たせしました。ビーフカツレツセットです。
Ghosting the Imoto, shaking my head. Look, we can't pay attention to Imoto-san. We got important business in front of us. We're not gonna be rude to Miyako. Kujo. What do you want to call her? I'm calling her Miyako. She lays out the dishes. It looks delicious, and you can get a ton of food for 500 yen here. I can't help but wonder if they're actually making a profit, but regardless, this place is godsend for poor students like, huh?
コーラは頼んでないぞ。
さっきのお礼。嫌いだったら残してもいいから。
Got some balls.
ごゆっくりどうぞ。
Oh shit, she gave us cola in the house? Dang! I knew she liked me. She picks up a tray, bows her head slightly, and leaves. I'm not sure she should be thanking me. All I did was tell her I didn't know anything.
律儀だな。
What? Oh, okay. I murmur to myself as I accept her kind gesture and take a sip of the drink. Man, Kujo turns out to be easier to talk to than I expected. I always picture her as being a little uptight. Makes me think maybe we could be friends.
いただきます。
I put my hands together in prayers for a moment, then grab my pair of chopsticks. And just sharing a conversation with a girl I normally don't talk to is enough to make me slightly giddy. Man, I really am a softie.
ありがとうございました。
Here's my $6. Sweetly. I finish my meal and exit the cafe. Weekday or weekend, this town is dead at night. There are more shops here than around my folks' place, but things are just as deserted here as they are there. Hardly any cars pass through the street late at night, so on a whim, I decide to live a little dangerously and walk down the middle of the road. This is the kind of freedom I have now. Sure, I only started living on my own so that Sora could have her bratty way. But nowadays, I adjusted to this lifestyle so much that the idea of going back to live with my folks just sounds like a pain in the ass. What does that mean? I only started living on my own so that Sora could have her bratty way? He moved out because of Sora? Dang. I decided to take the long way back home to burn off some calories. I'm right next to the shrine, and I figure I might as well go inside while I'm here, so I step through the imposing gate. Not a trace of the festival remains. The shrine has been returned to its usual somber mood. Also, it's pretty darn creepy in the dark. I got no business here, so I guess it's about time to head back. I swear I'm not just scared, honest. I pick up on the dark shadow out of the corner of my eye and give a little jump. Oh, phew. Okay, just a cat. No wait, what is it? I get closer to confirm.
ぬいぐるみ?
Some anime merch, I guess. Pretty unconventional. I guess if I wanted to be nice, I could call it interesting. Yeah, it has a pretty interesting design. Must have been dropped by the festival goer or a staff member. Damn, this thing spooked me good. I'll move it over to a spot where someone is more likely to see it and give it a little tap on the head.
じゃあな。
I end up talking to the plushie to try to cover up the fact that it did in fact scare me. Giving the plushie a wide look to hide my shame, I sigh and put the shrine behind me. Turn green. Arms moving. What's this? Day 4.18. So April 18th. Dance, dance, dance. My super duper fun Sunday has come and gone. I like this song name, Dance, Dance, Dance. Monday has arrived, and my no desire to go to school itis and don't want to get out of bed osis are both acting up, but I must muster up my willpower and get dressed. I pull out a pouch of jelly drink from the fridge and gulp it down, resupplying my injury reserves for the day ahead. The little chewy, wobbly bits really hit the spot. After a quick bedhead check, I exit my apartment. Dang, don't brush your teeth? Alright, whatever. April. I heard the average temperature is lower this year, which explains the oddly cool breeze. The brisk snap of the gust of wind helped shake off my drowsiness.
あ、やっと来た。
Someone shouts at me in a really aggravating tone. One going against the flow of students heading towards school. The owner said aggravating voice shows herself. Well, she wears that little sleeve. Is that against school uniform policies? I keep my feet moving, walking along while reluctantly engaged in conversation.
遅いよ、もっと早く来てよ。何、コンビニ寄ってたの？
The chivis. I haven't seen those in a while.
昼飯買わないといけないからな。
かわいそう。私はお母さんのお弁当あるのに、お兄様は安いパンですの？
残念だったな、今日はおにぎりだ。
そんなんでお腹膨れる？お母さんにニーニの分も作ってもらえるように頼んでおこっか？
え、マジ？
あ、やっぱないな。2人分のお弁当重いからやだ。
Dang, goddamn Sora, what the heck?
うわ、ゴミを見る目だ。妹に向ける目じゃないよ、それ兄やん。
あのさ。
何？
お前友達いないの？
I know, right?
は、何急に？いますよ。いるに決まってるでしょ。
じゃあ友達と投稿しろよ、俺じゃなくて。
毎朝寂しく孤独に投稿しているお兄様に気を使ってあげてるんでしょ。
余計なお世話だ。
んだと？兄やんはさ、もっとさ、私に優しくした方がいいと思うんだよね。いっつもイライラしててさ。
ちゃんと相手してやってるんだから十分優しいだろ。
そうじゃなくて、ああいう風に。
She's pointing ahead of us. There's a gathering of male students there. No, wait, not exactly. It's actually a meek-looking girl surrounded by a bunch of boys. Damn, you're gonna stare at her chest. You gotta make sure.
すみません。ごめんなさい。
Dang, she sounds like she's about to cry. She's acting awfully timid, but it doesn't seem like they're bullying her or anything. She is crying. They all seem to be trying to charm her by chatting her up or offering to carry her bag.
すっげえ、見てよ、モテモテ。お姫様みたいな扱い。
お姫様。
本人は困ってるみたいだけどな。
兄やんも私をああいう風に扱えよ。ちょっと、本気のため息やめてくれない？
朝からお前の相手は疲れる。
そういうのもやめて。
I pick up the pace, trying to get past this crowd that's undoubtedly having a negative influence on Sora.
本当に。
Oh, she's gonna scream. My ears are prepared. As we pass them, I check the girl out from the corner of my eye. I don't think she's in my grade. A freshman? A senior? She really looks like she's in a bind.
あの人、電車で何回か見たことあるな。一人で本読んでる人だ。
実は副業でアイドルしてるとかな。
は？そんなエロゲみたいな設定現実にあると思ってんの？
Yeah! I think this is eroge.
お前そんなもんにも手出してんのか？
たまたまだよ。面白そうなゲームがたまたま18禁だったんですよ。
Damn, my little sister can't be this cute.
おかんに言っとこ。
やめて。
I suffer Sora antics all the way to school. Well, I shouldn't complain. Sora did just enroll here, and despite the way she acts around me, she's pretty shy. She's probably dealing with a bit of stress from the unfamiliar environment. That said, the way she tries to follow me all the way to class is just plain silly. So I ditch her and make a break for the second year room. Oh, she's winking at me though. I ignore everybody and head to my seat. The school year just started, so most of the students I knew got shuffled around to different classes of mine. Dude, this classroom looks so futuristic, doesn't it? The usual. Who's this? Kujo? Damn, you can see the back of her neck! Wait, where's her neck at? I guess the back of her head. Kujo's already here, but we haven't made eye contact yet. Well, that's the way it goes. I'm sure I'll get more familiar with my new classmates soon enough.
Ohayo!
That's the dude, right?
Ohayo!
So this is BFF. In every visual novel, it's a must that you have a BFF. BFF is everything. Right? What's his name? I forgot his name already. Sunohara. I almost call him Subaru. Sunohara Takiya. That's the BFF you need. As I'm trying not to make a scene, a UFO guy comes in with exactly the opposite plan in mind, greeting everyone around him. That would be Yoichi Fukuzawa, the only friend of mine from last year who ended up in the same class as me. His androgynous looks and charming personality have won over a handful of girls, who I heard call him a prince.
Ohayo, Kakeru.
What's up, dude? He heads my way and perches on the edge of the seat of a nearby vacant desk. My unenthusiastic response of sup is, well, the norm.
昨日どうだった？
フェスか？
そうそう、行ったんでしょ？
行ったっていうか、手伝いだけどな。
大盛況？
いや、自信があったろ。
ああ、あったね、おっきいの。
そのせいで一時中断って感じになってたし、去年よりも内容的にはひでんじゃねえかな。
Yo, hey, if he has a route, I'm looking forward to it.
あらら、グッズとかたくさん作ってたのに。
アニメの放送終わってどれだけ経ったと思ってんだか。けどま、九条のキャラは人気あったな。
九条のキャラ？
コスプレしてたんだよ。
え？あの九条さんが？
そう。
Inevitably, we both turn to look at Kujo. She's sitting at her desk, her spine straight as a ruler, looking distressed as she stares at something in her hand. There's like the hair clip from yesterday. It seems she hasn't found the owner yet.
どのキャラのコスプレしてたの？
いや、名前わかんないけど、ヒロインとかじゃね。他にもレイヤーいたけど、一番露出度高かったような。
Showing the most skin.
イーリスだ。
It is.
え？
露出度高いなら魔眼のイーリスでしょ。
だから名前は知らんて。
Hey, I like this dude.
うわー、僕も行けばよかったな。九条さんのコスプレ見たかった。写真も撮りたかったな。
Why can't our main character watch anime? Well, I gotta be BFF that knows what's up.
そんな趣味あったっけ？
コスプレ自体には興味ないけど、エロい格好には興味あるよ。
Ah, never mind.
ああ。
九条さんスタイルいいし、絶対使える写真になったのに。くそー。
I found myself glaring through hooded eyes at my friend as he seriously bemoans not taking compromising photos of our classmates. Being looked like a pure and charming prince on the outside, but on the inside, he's a skeevy horn dog. With a baby face, I could probably pull off sneaking into the ladies' bath, don't you think? Yes, he seriously said that to me once. He's actually that bad. Is he wrong though? With a face like that, maybe he could go to the girls' bathroom. Puts on a mini skirt. The girls' uniform. I wouldn't tell the difference. Well, I couldn't tell the difference. The gulf between his appearance and reality is bound to make any poor, starry-eyed girl head spin. Then again, if he was as innocent as he looks, I probably wouldn't be friends with him in the first place.
写真撮ってないの？
取られまくってたし、ネットで探したらあるかもな。
そっか、探そう、すぐ探そう。九条さんのエロ画像を検索しよう。
そういうの大声で言うのやめろよ、マジで。本人に聞こえるぞ。
それはそれで。
よくねえよ、チャイム鳴ってんぞ。早く戻れ戻れ。
はいはーい。
Yoichi returns to his desk, blatantly getting out his smartphone to start on his new quest.
はーい、席ついて。朝のホームルーム始めますよ。
I kinda like sensei though. Miss Naruse enters the classroom right as the bell goes silent, prompting my classmates to rush to their seats.
はーい、みんないるね。特に連絡事項はないんだけど。
I have listened to her, and my eyes start to wonder. Kujo is still staring at her, at that hair clip. It's a little weird how preoccupied she is with some lost hair clip. Thank goodness she doesn't seem to have overheard our raunchy conversation. I breathe a little easier. I'm sure if it's because I'm just moved up a grade, but this class is a drag. I inevitably find myself mechanically writing notes, my mind drifting as I try to stifle the occasional yawn. 50 minutes taking notes, rinse and repeat, perform this cycle up 10th time, each one feeling longer than the last as my boredom grows and I finally reach the promised land after school.
掃除当番とかさ、業者にやってもらえばいいのにね。
そうだな。
Yuichi complaints go in one ear and out the other as I sweep the hallway. Fortunately, the cleaning the hallway is easy work. I want to get this done and go home.
そういえばさ、あったよ、あれ。
あれって？
コスプレ。
Nice.
ああ。
マイナーアニメだから思ったより時間かかったよ。さっきやっと見つけた。見る？
俺は生で見たからいいよ。
そっか、いいな、生。てか、九条さんすごいよね。加工せずにこの可愛さ、そしてエロさ。
加工って？
普通さ、いじるんだよね。目を大きくしたり、肌をきれいにしたり。
Oh, Photoshop.
へえ、わかるのか？加工されてるって。
わかるよ。不自然に肌がきれいで人形みたいになってるんだもん。でもさ、九条さんはさ。
He moves a little towards the classroom door, and then he sticks up his phone so the camera lens is pointed into the classroom.
隠し撮りなんかすんなよ。
違うよ。見比べてるの。ほら、見てよ。
I peered at his phone. There's on the screen is the picture of Kujo blushing her head off. And meanwhile, in the classroom, there's the real Kujo. She's talking to Miss Naruse, a serious look on her face.
ね、写真と一緒でしょ。
わかんねえよ、俺には。
なんでさ、スラッとした足、キュッとしたウエスト、ごまかしなしの写真だよ、これは。つまりこの写真のボディーラインも真実ってことだよ。それがどういうことかわかるかい、かける？
わからん。
ボディーラインさえ完璧に把握できれば、九条さんの裸まで想像できるってことさ。
いや、ちょっと声を抑えようか。
九条さんのラブボディをイマジネーション。
Imagination. I think I could definitely picture her naked.
お前わざとやってんだろ。でかい声出すな。
Flustered, I glanced at the classroom. Crap, Miss Naruse is looking our way, and Kujo's hanging her head. Figures, they overheard, right? Of course it did.
新見くん、ちょっと。
What the fuck, bruh? It wasn't even my voice.
え？
My eyes, pop. Why me? Are you serious? Why just me?
いってらっしゃい。
お前も来いよ。
やだよ、呼ばれてないし。絶対怒られるし。
くっそ。
This is how it always goes. Whenever Yuichi's in the picture, I'm the one who ends up holding the bag. I prop the broom against the wall and trudge into the classroom.
何ですか？
新見くん、何か変わったことあった？
はい。
あ
I was absolutely certain she was going to yell at me for our dumbass conversation. Instead, I just got asked some random question, and for no apparent reason, Kujo was freaking out. What the heck is going on?
新見くんにも見せたんだよね。そうですけど、
何の話です？
九条さんがお祓いしてほしいって。
Exercise it.
お祓い？
Kujo blushes and looks away. Oh, I see. It must be something private she doesn't want to talk about.
なんで俺に話すんです？
だって呪われたなら新見くんもだろうなって。
What?
はい。九条がそう言ったんです？
いえ、違うの。ちょっと昨日から不思議なことがあって。
どんな？
She sticks out her hand and shows me what she's been hiding in it. The lost hair clip?
これが？
気づいたら近くにあるの。
あ？
そうよね。そんな顔になると思う。私も疲れてるのかなって思って。
待ってくれ。話が見えないんだ。
引き出しとかに入れても気づいたらポケットに入っていたり手の届くところにあったりするんだって。
That's weird.
勝手に移動してるってことっすか？
だよね。
Kujo nods. No way.
何それ怖い。
ねえ、怖いよね。心霊現象だよ。自分でもバカバカしいと思うんですけど、でも怖くなってしまって。
それでお祓いか。
ええ、昨日神器が壊れてしまったと聞いて、そのせいなのかなって。
ああ、やっとわかった。そういうことね。
神器のせいなら壊しちゃった新見くんが真っ先にひどい目に遭いそうでしょ。
What?
そうっすね。って違うっすよ。壊したの俺じゃないっすから。
I know, right? It's the earthquake.
そうだ、昨日のバイト代ですけど、
ああ、はい。
お父さんとおじいちゃんがすごくショックを受けているので出ません。
There, bruh. Sensei, you know his situation. You know he's just a high school student living alone in an apartment. Trying to make dues. I gotta pay the rent.
嘘やん。
先生。ああ、お祓い？そうだな。もうちょっと様子を見てみてもいいんじゃないかな。
What? She's not gonna pay him. That's so messed up. And she's gonna change the subject. Well, I guess Kujo changed the subject. Let's see. This is a weird angle. I can't lie. When I look at Kujo, the first thing I saw was this. I'm like, holy shit. Then I looked up. And then I looked down. No comment.
様子ですか？そうそう。だってお祓いしたところで何も変わらないだろうし。そうなんですか？
They didn't have to make Kujo that big. I guess it's fine.
だってインチキだよ、お祓いなんて。
It isn't a rogi. You do gotta remember that.
いいんすか先生。それ言っちゃってもいいんすか？
心霊現象もだいたい思い込みでしょ。お祓いなんてもう大丈夫って気分になってもらうためのものでしかないんだから。あれだよ、あれ。スパシーバ効果？プラシーボ効果。ああ、そう、それ。
先生なのに間違えた。
God damn it, sensei.
わざとわざと。それにね、万が一本物だったとしても悪いものかどうかまだわからないでしょ。どうでしょう。何かあった？悪いこと？夜眠れないとか。そういうのはないなら別にいいんじゃない？
適当だな。
病は気から、心霊現象も気から。気にしないのが一番。それに白田つくも神社の巫女といたしましては、それはきっと神聖なものだよとしか言えないしね。
ああ、つくも神ですか。
そうそう、 壊れちゃった神器も一応は白蛇の神様から賜った宝玉に魂が宿ったつくも神様ってことになってるからね。
そんな大事なものなのに紙粘土でレプリカを作ればいいとかよく言えましたね。
だって私そういうのを一切信じてないし。
This woman's hopeless.
とにかくその髪飾りもつくも神様なんじゃないかな。土地柄的に悪いものではないと思うな。そうですね。わかりました。ありがとうございます先生。様子を見てみます。
I want to just call her sensei too. I don't want to say her name. I want to call her sensei from this point on.
はい。じゃあ新見くん、
あ、掃除に戻っていいですか？
九条さんを送ってあげなさい。
Why?
はい。
不安がってる女の子を一人で帰らせるなんてひどい。
Well, if you put it that way.
いや大丈夫でしょう。
大丈夫です。自転車ですし。自転車とか関係ないから、こういう時に青春したらいいじゃん。恋心とか育んだらいいじゃん。
恋心って。
そんで職員室の話のネタにさせて、あいつら付き合ってるみたいっすよ。けしからんすな。
ほんとダメだこの人。俺たちをおもちゃとしか思ってない。
とにかく送ってあげなさい。九条さんは自転車の準備して校門で待機。はい。新見くんは掃除終わったら校門に直行。
はあ。
それでデートっぽく二人乗りして転んで入院してしまえ。
なんなんすか先生は俺らをどうしたいんすか？
若いってだけで妬ましい。
はい、
じゃあね。先生も忙しいのでまた明日。
Bye bye, sensei. She wraps a stack of printouts on the table to unline them, picks up her attendance book, and exits the classroom. Immediately, this is par for the course, but I'm still marveling at how incomprehensible she can be. Having a voice MC really makes the visual novel better, in your opinion? I like having a voice MC too. I don't really mind though, as I read like Suke Anime, even having no voice. But having voices do help. Gujo's completely at a loss, unsure what to do after Sensei injunction that we go home together.
悪いな。あの人いつもあんなんで。
Toma? Yeah, because we can see the MC face. So you just think about Toma? I'm not gonna lie, I did too. I'm just seeing Toma talking in my head. I see those two, right? Sensei and Kujo. They're face to face and Toma's like right there. That's what I'm imagining in my head. The MC in this game is handsome too, but you know, Toma's my boy. I always think about him when I hear his voice.
新見くんって
Yeah.
先生と仲いいのね。
Kyora!
昔から知ってるからな。
What you call her? Just call it Sensei. I got here. What? How you voice? There you go.
新見くんって先生と仲いいのね。
I'm gonna call it Sensei too. That's a lot easier to say.
だから昨日のイベント。
そう、個人的な手伝い。
そっか。
送った方がいいか？家まで。
You used the pass she showed me. It would say Sensei said a miss. I'm not gonna lie. It does kind of mess me up a little bit. Right? Because I'm trying to listen to the voice and read the text. And it'd be like... that's why you see me, I'm a little bit slower. I don't think it really matches to... Well, it does matches, but... You know what I'm trying to say. I have to like decipher it. It's like deciphering two things.
そうか。まあ、なんかあったら相談してくれよ。力になれるかはわかんないけど。
Like, they still be saying the same thing, but it's like... I don't know. It's like different, I guess, whatever.
ありがとう。その時はお願いします。
She gives a deep formal bow. Boy, you can really feel the class divide between us when she does that.
じゃあお掃除頑張ってね。
あ
お店にもまた来てね。
明日か明後日くらいに。
さよなら。
I like the special effects. Dang, I like the character to turn around too. She waves her hand and I almost wave back out of reflex, but I stick it in my pocket and watch Kujo trot off. Why does my heart skip a beat over the dumbest thing? Dude, that sucks. I can't say that V word, bro. I sigh and return to cleaning duty.
なんか普通に帰ってきましたね。
まあな、助かった。別のことで。
何だったの？
ああ、フェスで落とし物拾ったから持ち主知らないかって。なんだよ。
九条さんと親しげだったなって。
そうでもないだろ。
なんか隠してない？
何をだよ。
くっそー、僕を出し抜くなんて。絶対昨日九条さんとなんかあったよ。
ないっつうの。俺掃除。
僕もフェス行けばよかったな。チェー。
Should have gone. I take the broom and resume sweeping. He's oddly perceptive for what it's worth. I probably should be honest with him, but it isn't my secret to tell. I'm still not sold on this whole paranormal phenomenon thing. It seems awfully fishy to me, but I suppose the world is home to some mysterious things. Nice house. I'm back home. Looking forward to taking a load off. I walk through the kitchen, open the door, and... How did she sneak in?
おかえり。
This her outfit, so... Dude, she's pretty, dripped out. Miniskirt with the X cross pattern. Pink. With a nice touch of teal. Think that's teal. And then, I don't even know what that is, right? That's probably another. That's probably her miniskirt, too. That's like bluish. Blue, maybe. I don't even know what color that is. Blue green? Navy blue. Not navy blue. And then her jacket. A little bit of dark blue. Navy blue, maybe. What's this? This is not pink. This is pink, but it's not pink. Not hot pink. It seems like a peachy pink. White, one white strap. Right there. The Kuma ears. And she got like a scrunch. Pink scrunch. So whatever you call it. And she got another one on her hair too. For the side ponytail. And her hair is braided. Like to add. So is lounging on my bed. Gee, how thoughtful of her to hide her shoes where I wouldn't see them. So I'd be more surprised to find her.
どうしたん？まあゆっくりしろよ。
Then she got a hair clip too.
お前、どうやって入った？
合鍵。
渡してねえぞ。
そう、渡してくれないからお願いって頼んでみた。
親父か。
ちょろかったですわ。
Damn. What are you gonna say that about your dad?
ほんとお前に甘いな。
I stifle a sign, throw my bag on the bed.
言ってなんだよ。
当たってないだろ。
はい。
何しに来た？
空きスペースの確認。
私物を持ち込ませないし、同居もしない。
ちくそ。
帰れよ。
ご飯食べようよ一緒に。それくらいいいでしょ。は
あ、食ったら帰れよ。
やったー。美味しい料理作ってあげるね。
料理覚えたのか？
全然。
お前も帰れ。
あ、ハンバーガー食べたい。モック行こうモック。
Moku, let's go.
へいへい。着替えるから待ってろ。
まだ食べらんないよ。ゲームしようゲーム。
二人でできるのなんてない。
あ、ニーヤのモンバスの300時間のデータ間違えて消しちゃった。
Oh no, not the Monster Hunters.
お前マジ帰れよ。
Did she really do that? She's kind of an asshole. I like that.
美味しかった。ごちそうさまでした。
まさかおごらされるとはな。
いい女は財布を持ち歩かない。
クソ野郎だな。帰れ帰れ。
はいはい、帰りますよ。あ、今日定期忘れたから切符買わなきゃ。
財布持ってんじゃねえか。
じゃあね
I'm not gonna lie. So far, my favorite character is Sora. I like Sora a lot. Sora's pretty cool, mainly because I guess she got the most screen time, right? She definitely had the most screen time so far. She raised her hand and vanishes into the station. I'm beat, dead on my feet even.
帰ろう。
I murmured to myself, turning around to head back. This must be around when after-school clubs start getting out. I passed by a bunch of students in uniform. Now it's probably peak hour at 9 ball. And as soon as I think that,
あれ
is that Kujo? In a surprising coincidence, Kujo appears 10 feet away from me on her bike and then whizzes right past me. She seems to have noticed me as well, and she slams on the brakes. Not only that, but she gets off and deliberately walks her bike back to me.
こんばんは。
ああ、こんばんは。あれ、バイトは
As though suddenly embarrassed, she averts her eyes a bit and puts on a wry smile.
今日バイトの日じゃなかったの。
She's skipping work.
勘違いしちゃったか。
Oh no, she went to work, but then she didn't have work. Okay.
すごく恥ずかしかった。少しだけお手伝いしようと思ったんだけど、むしろ邪魔になっちゃったし。
それで帰ることにしたわけか。
そうなの。あ、新見くんは今から？
No, I was going home, but you know, we can go to the cafe.
ああ、いや、今日は別のところで食った。今から帰るとこ。
I forgot. I ate at McDonald's. I'm good.
いつも外食なの？
まあね、料理できないし。
ご両親共働きとか？
I live on my own.
ああ、そうじゃないけど、俺一人暮らししてるんだ。
そうだったのね。知らなかった。ちょっとごめんなさい。変な想像しちゃってた。
家族に仲間外れにされてるって？
そこまでではないけれど、いつも一人だったから。
心配どうも。家族仲は良好だよ。
よかった。あ、ごめんなさい、制作しちゃって。
口癖？
Go Minnesota.
よく謝る。
そうかも。お母さんにあなたのごめんなさいは軽いってよく言われる。
重いごめんなさいも困るけどな。
そうね。あ、ごめんなさい、引き止めちゃって。
And she said it again.
また言った。
あ
She puts her hand over her mouth, covering a worried smile.
頑張って直してみる。
別にいいけどな。送るか？
ありがとう。自転車で20分くらいかかるし。
うわ、思ったより遠いな。電車は？
日々節約が我が家のモットーだから。
Saving each day keeps misfortune at bay. That's a pretty good words of advice. The school uniform in this game is pretty stylish. I think she's still wearing that school uniform, right? I don't remember her school uniform at school. I don't know the pink coat's part of it. But the school uniform in this game seems stylish. Because I remember Sora's school uniform too. I think Sora had like some athletics gears underneath her school uniform.
意外なモットーだな。
Because I remember there was like a really tight shirt, right? Under Sora uniform.
よく言われる。じゃあ、
ああ、また。
She gives a little bow before getting back on her bike and pedaling off. Feels like between today and yesterday, I'm suddenly talking a lot more with Kujo. Sadly, getting your hopes up over nothing is all too common for a virgin like me. Time to head back. Finally make it home. Thanks to Sora, my bed is a mess. All the manga she reads without my permission is just lying around wherever she left them. She really get on my nerves. Unfamiliar objects resting beside my pillow. A plushie? Sora, leave this here. Hang on a sec.
これ
It's haunted. It's the same one I found at the shrine. What's it doing here? Or maybe Sora just happens to have the same kind of doll and she left it here. Maybe she's just harassing me and she was behind both incidents. No, I'm probably overthinking things. No way would Sora even know about me finding that doll at the shrine last night. In that case, she just plain forgot her plushie here.
勘弁してくれ。
Disappointed how much I freaked myself out. I took the plushie and put it on top of my bookcase. Right, time to tidy up. Guess I couldn't just mess up and hop into the bath. Why he had to wiggle his arms? Day 19. Has it been 3 days? I just remember 16, right? This is
知ってる
419.
あの噂。
ん？
Lunchtime. I take a bite of my mediocre sandwich from the cafeteria and engage in mediocre small talk with Yoichi.
公園の
公園の
ベンチに
ベンチに
石像が座ってるって。
どんな？
女の子の。
A girl?
お前はほんとそんな話ばっかりだな。
別に女の子だから食いついたんじゃないよ。
嘘だ。
嘘だけど。
ほらな。
めっちゃくちゃよくできてるらしいよ。今にも動き出しそうなんだってさ。
また無駄なことに金かけてんな、うちの市は。
なんで死が出てくんの？
公園管理してんのは市じゃないの？女の子の石像とか作りそうじゃん、アニメの延長で。
そうじゃないっぽいよ。近くに学校あるじゃん。
ああ、はいはい。区法か。
そうそう、区法女学院。そこの制服着てるんだってさ。
Their uniform.
昨日まではなくて、今朝ね、犬の散歩に公園行ったら座ってたって。
それ噂か？
ん？
食いついたのお前だけだろ。
うん。別にそんなに話題にはなってないね。
で、その特別話題にもなってない石像が何なんだ？
確認したくない？
何を？
ちゃんとパンツまで作ってあるのか。かける、たまにそういう目するよね。心底呆れてる目だよ、それは。
たまにじゃなくて一日に数回はしてると思うんだがな。
おかしいよ、かけるは。性欲ないの？ホモなの？
バカ野郎、大声でそういうこと言うな。
ホモじゃないなら見に行こうよ。すごいらしいから。
Damn, bro.
ほんと生きた人間をそのまま石にしちゃったみたいらしいから。
If I don't check it out, he'll think I'm gay.
芸術品としてもきっと価値のあるものだって。見に行こうよ。ね。
Guess we gotta check it out now.
なんでそんな必死なんだよ。芸術品だろうが俺は。
それ私も言っていい？
は？
え？
We're both so shocked to see her cut into our conversation that our eyes go wide. Even all the girls who were eating Kujo until a moment ago are looking on in shock.
九条さんも見たいの？パンツ。
おい。
ごめん、冗談。石像見に行くだけだよ。
ええ、昨日まではなかったんでしょ？
うん、そうみたい。
だとしたら早朝か深夜に運んだことになるでしょ？
ああ、そっか。
それって変だなって。公園のモニュメントを市が作ったにしても、設置するならお昼とか迷惑にならない時間にしないかなって。
ああ、なるほどな。そう言われてみると確かに。
ね、不思議でしょ？
確かに不思議だ。
かけるも興味出てきた？
悔しいけど出てきた。誰かが勝手に置いたってことか？
アートだよ、アート。反社会的な。シャッターにスプレーで落書きするあれと同じノリだよ。
アートね。
なんだか気になっちゃって、不思議だなーって。一緒に行ってもいい？
いいよ、僕は。かけるもいいよね。
俺はまだ行くって言ってないんだけどな。
じゃあいいよ、九条さんと二人で行くよ。
I was looking at the character designs too. Character design's pretty interesting. I didn't really was too interested in the character designs at first, but it's pretty good. Because you see her eyes, Kujo eyes? It looks like Space, dude. Her eyes look like it's a space, doesn't it? That's pretty cool. It has like this little, obviously the light reflection and stuff, but you look underneath too. They kind of look like stars stuff, the white dots. It looks really good.
それも心配だからついてくよ。3人で行こう。
そっちの2人は？
His eyes is like that too, but it's red. Right, Yoichi's. Kujo eyes look better because it reminds me of space. Or I guess the nighttime sky. I guess that's the same thing though. Yoichi invites Kujo friends along as well. They glance his way and shake their heads, looking dubious.
おお、振られちゃった。
じゃ、3人でアートってやつを見学しに行きますか。
ありがとう。じゃあ放課後に。
With a quick bow, Kujo returns to her seat.
びっくりした。僕、九条さんとちゃんと話したの初めてかも。ガンガン話しかけてくるタイプなんだね。
俺たちが身構えちまってるだけで案外気さくかもな。
仲良くなれそう。
バカなことするなよ。九条に何かあったらこの町に住めなくなるぞ。
お嬢さんは？
そんな大げさな。あ、お父さんコロナに勤めてる。
九条の機嫌損ねたら首が飛ぶな。
靴でも舐めといた方がいいかな。
それ喜ぶのお前だけだろ。
ベロッベロに舐めてべちゃべちゃにしたい。苦いとなおよし。
Yeah, that's nasty, bro.
何がなおよしだよ。
I saw him bite into my yakisoba sandwich. That was strange. She was only serious. Well, I could always chalk it up to that overwhelming sense of responsibility of hers. Something's bugging me. Well, it's probably no big deal. Corona Group. A few years later, I think they still use it. I don't know if the Corona beer still uses the name Corona. I think they still do.
ねえ、かける。もし僕がやらかしたら、かけるも一緒に九条さんの靴舐め
You
よ
know
う。
what? You know, just because we're BFF, I'll lick Kujo's shoes too. We'll both lick Kujo's shoes.
なめねえよ。
I hope it tastes nasty too, man.
ごめんなさい。お待たせ。
Oh, god damn it! I forgot to look at her school uniform. I went to look at her school uniform last time. Oh well, maybe next time. I don't think the pink sweater is part of the uniform, right? I mean, I guess it's cold. No way, it's April. Whatever. I'll look at her school uniform next time. I remember saying the school uniform looks really good in this game. Me, Yoichi, and Kujo. What an odd combination.
それじゃあ行こっか。
へいへい。
公園ってあっちの？
そうそう、10分もかからないくらいの。
I was too busy looking at Kujo eyes because it reminded me of space.
カバンよかったらカゴに。
いいの？ありがとう。
新見くんも。
俺はいいよ。もうぎゅうぎゅうだし。
じゃあハンドルにかける？
かけるだけにハンドルにかける？
はいはい。
ダジャレのつもりはなかったんだけど、ごめんなさい。
いや別に謝らんで
I
も。
like that face from Kujo.
真面目だな、九条さん。九条だけに。
九条だけに。
あんま真剣に考えなくていい。こいつの話は9割適当だから。
失礼だな。10割だよ。
ほら。
僕たちのノリについてこられなくて九条さんが引いてる。
お前のな。お前のだけな。
Things are a little strange the whole way to the park. Yuichi natters on, and I respond half-heartedly. Kujo, in contrast, doesn't really speak. I don't think Yuichi is right about why she's gone quiet, though. She's not having trouble keeping up, rather, she's deep in thought. Something has her on edge. Could it be that phenomenon we talked about yesterday? Or maybe she has a clue about the statue. Well, either way, we'll know soon enough.
あれかな。
Yuichi points as we reach the park.
うわ。思った以上に。
What is it? Holy shit. I don't think that's a statue. I think we got a case of a supernatural in our hand. There's no way to put a statue of a smartphone. What's this? It's a realistic statue sitting on the bench. A statue of a female student. It is indeed wearing a familiar school uniform. The statue makes her look like a rather charming girl.
苦しそうな顔。
だな。
It's shockingly detailed, even though even someone like me who knows nothing about art can tell. But in spite of that, there's no one else checking it out, presumably because of how damn spooky it is. The girl is seated on the bench with a smartphone in her hand. The pose make it look like she's here to take a quick break, but her face isn't anguished. The sight of a sweet-looking girl is apparently in apparent agony has probably been scaring off anybody curious enough to come check it out. I can almost feel the incredible terror she's experiencing.
考える人ならぬ苦しむ人みたいな。
何の目的でこんなところに。ラボじゃねえや、アトリエそういうところに飾ればいいのに。
飾れない理由があるのかも。
師匠が俺を認めてくれないから世間に認めてもらうぜ。
世間を騒がせるのが目的だとしても途方もない労力だな。これ作るのに相当時間かかったんじゃないか。
だよね。どうやって運んだんだろう。自分でここまで来たのかな。
まあ今にも動き出しそうではあるけれど。
っていうかいい匂いしそう。胸とかも柔らかそう。
触るなよ。
ここまで来たらセクハラの限りよ。ってあれ
どうした？
ここ変じゃない？
おい、だから触んなって。
Ignore my warning. Yuichi fusses up with the statue. I can't believe he's going to cop a feel from a statue. What is the due deal?
ほら見てよ、ここ。
What's up?
爪の部分。
うん。ここだけ石じゃないよ。
生爪？
おいおい、怖いこと言うなよ。
でもそれっぽくない？本物の爪を貼り付けたみたい。
Damn, that's kind of weird and creepy.
本物使うなんて趣味悪いってレベルじゃねえぞ。
メッセージ性を感じますね。ここに本物の爪を使うことによって。
Oh shit! What the hell?
What?
Yuichi brushes the nail and ooh, it falls right off. The statue fingernail just fell off.
やべえ。
Yeah, they're not freaking out. That kind of looked like a flesh, man. Yuichi whispered after several seconds silence. For crying out loud.
だから触るなって。
どうしよう。やばいかな。やばいよね。怒られる。捕まる。僕捕まっちゃう。
知らねえよ。ああ、やっちまった。
どうしよう。ボンドだ。ボンドでくっつけておけばいいよね。ごまかせるよね。
That's kind of nasty, bro. It's bleeding. It's red now.
待って。
Oh, she noticed it.
ダメかな。やっぱボンドじゃダメかな。
指から
ね。
血が。
は？
I wonder what's the spooky music for this game. I look at the statue fingers. Trembling. 7. Not what I'm expecting for spooky music, but alright. Are you freaking kidding me?
気のせいじゃない。本当に血が出てる。
石像が出血するなんて。
おいおい、待てよ、落ち着けよ。
でも血っぽいよ。すごく血っぽいよ。
そういう感じの色合いにしたんだろ。落ち着けよ。石像が血を流すはずないんだから。
I try to calm the others down while I pick my fingernails that fall to the ground near the statue feet. The underside is awfully raw looking. It almost has a portion of skin attached. The red drops on it looks like dried blood too. Is it the sculptor's fingernail? And the blood too? Maybe they drew some of their own and put it in the statue? That'd be insane.
アーティファクト。
あ
What thoughts stop upon hearing Kujo murmur?
何
ごめんなさい。
While again responds to an apology, she doesn't even try to answer the questions. All of her imagination isn't running wild, connecting this with the phenomenon before from before. Oh, I don't even say that. Paranormal phenomenon from before.
ねえこれどうしよう。どうする？逃げる？
Yeah, let's run.
悪質ないたずらだ。こんなの公園に置いとくわけにはいかないよな。
警察に連絡した方がいいかも。
ああ、そうか。そうだな。そうするか。
やだよ。怖いよ警察。捕まっちゃうよ。
ビビりすぎだろ。九条、今日はバイトか？
そうね。
よいち、ナインボール知ってるよな。
あ、はい。
九条を送って行ってやってくれ。警察には俺が話をするよ。
了解っす。
でも
こんなつまんないことでバイトに遅れるわけにいかないだろ。いいから任せとけって。
ほら九条さん、行きましょう。ここは男前のカケルに任せておけばいいから。
分かった。じゃ
ああ、終わったら報告がてら店に行く。
じゃあ僕はお茶飲みながら待ってるね。行こう九条さん。
The two of them depart. Yuichi with a spring in his step and Kujo looking unconvinced. You can see the main character face for the first time without me using the backlog. It's pretty handsome. A combination of simple annoyance at the situation and first time jitters about making a police report has gotten me nervous all around. I backed myself into a corner here by trying to show off in front of Kujo. A bloody fingernail. A statue that bleeds. Well, I can't just walk away from this whole thing. I set the fingernail on the statue and pull out my phone. My heart's pounding like mad as I slowly dial 110 on my phone and call the police. Do you think the police officer's hot? Never mind. They let me off the hook sooner than I was dreading. Honestly, they looked totally put out. Like they were just going through the motions and trying to get out of there. Eventually, I made my way to the cafe, arriving as the sun was setting. Slightly exhausted, I opened the door and entered.
いらっしゃいませ。
Kujo calms down instantly, a practice reaction. But once she realizes me, however, a hint of concern touches her businesslike expression.
大丈夫だった。
学校と連絡先聞かれて終わったよ。よいちは？
あっちに窓際の席。
I track Kujo eyes discover Yuichi waving me down. I resettle my bag on my shoulder and head over to the table.
早かったね。
まあな。
Once I set down my bag and take a seat, Kujo comes over with a glass of water.
ご注文はお決まりですか？
じゃあコーラください。
Cola.
かしこまりました。
The Corona
少々お
Cola.
待ちください。
She gives me a bow before going to the kitchen. We talk a lot more now, but the distance between us hasn't really changed, I guess.
いいね。バイト中の九条さん。コスプレとは違う可愛さがあるよね。
まあ雰囲気変わるよな。学校にいる時と。
で、どうなった？僕逮捕される？
爪を吐いちまったのは俺ってことにしておいたよ。
かける！君はなんていい男なんだ。結婚して。
Okay.
やだよ。説明がめんどくさかったしな。
僕たちも一緒にいたって言わなかったの？
そこは正直に言ったけど、友達といてバイトがあるから俺だけ残ったって。
追及されなかった？共犯は誰だって。
別に。警察もめんどくさそうに来てたしな。交番にいそうな制服の警官が2人。
結局ただのいたずらだったの？
さあ、ただ爪と血を見た瞬間はちょっと目の色変えてたな。名前とかいろいろ聞かれて、もう帰れってさ。待ってた時間の方が長かったよ。
せっかく通報したのに塩対応だね。
まあ親切にされても困るけどな。ただ俺があの石像を置いたみたいな反応されたのはちょっと腑に落ちなかったな。
石像の制服ってさ、やっぱあの子のと一緒だよね。
あの子？
ほら。
He jerks his chin a little, urging me to look behind him. Me. What's this? Beneath the moon? Dang, she gets this theme. Sitting at the table near the entrance is a short-haired girl wearing a Kuho Girls Academy uniform, just like the statue. If they were smart, they would check the blood DNA, but this is a game. He did say they were neighborhood cops too, though. Maybe they didn't care enough. Or maybe there's like some FBI government secret, and they try to like keep the civilians out of it. Oops. The girl VA Izimoto from Animeka Sensei. Her. I watch as she calmly digs a spoon into her dessert and takes a bite. She seems like an important character. They give her this theme, Beneath the Moon. So I imagine she's probably one of the heroines, right?
パフェクイーンか。
Parfait Queen.
はい。
She's a queen.
常連だよ。たまに見るんだ。いっつもパフェ食ってるから勝手にあだ名つけた。
へえ、かわいいなあの子。声かけてみよっかな。
お、頑張ってこい。
ごめん、そんな勇気ない。
だと思ったよ。
お待たせしました。
She silently places the soda and the straw on the table. Normally this would be where Kujo would offer a bow and walk away, but instead she holds the tray on the chest and stands there for a moment.
新見くん、
ん？
リングってやってる？
What?
ああ、やってる一応。
Oh, messaging app?
よかったらこれ私の ID。
Okay. She sets a scrap of paper next to my glass.
バイト終わった後にお話できないかな。警察とのやりとり詳しく教えてもらいたくて。
いいけど別に大したこと話してないぞ。
それでもいいの。ちょっとでもいいから知りたくて。
バイト上がり何時？
今日は8時まで。
じゃあ9時くらいに連絡する。
Shit, we'll message you around 9. Episode 1.
ありがとう。お手数をおかけします。
She gives me a deep bow, by way of thanks, and goes on to greet the customer who entered the cafe. Ah, shit, I just got a girl number.
見せてよ。
やだよ。
Hell no.
見せてよ。
Hell no.
やだ。
見せろ。
やだって。
I carefully tuck the note away in my pocket so that Yoshi doesn't steal it from me.
あ、くそ。見せてよ。僕も九条さんとリングでお話ししたい。
Hell no.
ああ、うめえ。女の子に ID もらった後のコーラはうめえわ。
くっそー。ちくしょ
Ignoring Yuichi's bitter tears, I wet my whistle with some sweet, sweet cola. The hair clip that follows you around. A statue that bleeds. All this occult stuff is kind of freaky, but it's also helping Kujo and me grow closer, so I got mixed feelings about the whole thing. Honestly, it's enough to make me have idiotic thought. Gee, I sure do hope something else happens.
ねえ、かける。
ん？
最初の2文字教えて。
Salty. We're gonna make him stay salty. This is our number now.
1文字。
コーラうめえ。
くっそー。
Oh, she's getting ignored.
あ、どうした？
Oh, not ignored. What's that word? Aggravated.
クイーンに睨まれた。
大声で騒ぐからだ。
だってかけるが九条さんの ID 教えてくれないから。
コーラおかわりしよっかな。
Imagine waiting all day in a cafe. No digits received. Sucks to be you, Yoichi. I kill some time with Yoichi, eat dinner while I'm at it, and when I'm done, I head back home. I boot up my computer, waiting for the familiar startup sound.
待ってたのに何寄り道してんだよニーヤのバカ
What? Where's she at? Is she behind me? A recording? What the hell? But instead, greeted by a delightful new recording, I immediately go into the setting reverted. This virus I picked up seems awfully persistent. Might be a good idea to change the locks on my place. I'm actually not joking. I begin looking up locksmith online. One thing leads to another, and I end up surfing the web for a while. It's 5 till 9. Oh shit, it's almost 9. Episode 1. I step away from my computer and fidget with my phone. Sending a message at exactly 9. Episode 1 would probably be coming on too strong, but at least be a little off-putting. Fretting about this is stressing me out. End up sending the message at 9:03. Maybe Kujo have been waiting the whole time since I got a reply right away. Thank you very much for the message. It's me, Kujo. It's a modest, reserved, and somewhat formal message. However, I'm antisocial and hardly have any friends who are girls. Nah, who am I trying to fool? I don't even have a single one. At any rate, even a tepid conversation with a girl is a thing of joy to me. I'm grinning like an idiot. I must never let Sora or Yuichi see me like this. Trying to keep my enthusiasm in check, I do my level best to prepare a cool and composed reply. What do you want to talk about? I reply. Not even a minute later, Kujo zips back a reply. How did the authorities react? The authorities? Yikes, talk about stuffy. It's one thing to be a little uptight in person, but even on the chat app. I try not to pay any mind, refocusing myself and tell her the same thing I told Yoichi. I detoured by the park on the way back home, but the statue was no longer there.
回収されたのか。
I typed what I remembered as is in reply. It appears so. Perhaps the police investigation would shed some light.
どうだろうな。子供が泣くレベルのいたずらだったし、犯人は見つかってほしいと思うけど。
It's just a hypothesis, but it's possible that statue was actually once a human being. She says it's just a hypothesis, but the message seems strangely confident. Slightly at a loss as to how I should answer her, I sit there with my fingers hovering over the screen. That girl had once been an actual person. Danger of the wind? How could a person be turned into a stone statue? Like encasing them in cement? That'd make it some bizarro murder case. If that's what's going on, there'll be a huge uproar. It also means Shiromitsukawa name will get dragged through the mud yet again. That's kind of a bummer to say the least. But that's not the kind of tongue-in-cheek response Kujo is likely after. I guess she really is into all that occult stuff, huh? I never really bought into it much myself. I'm sorry, I was only joking. Dang, change your mood. Perhaps sensing the bewilderment behind my hesitance to respond, Kujo follows up with that. A little flustered by her apology, I try to give a non-committal reply. You know, a lot of strange things have been going down lately. I try to turn the conversation to the hair clip. But maybe she realized that talking about the code isn't going to help the conversation along, since she sends me back another curt message. I'm fine, thank you. We exchange some idle chit-chat until Kujo wishes me goodnight, signaling on into our talk. I put my phone to sleep mode, set it next to my computer, and sprawl out on my bed, when something catches my eye. The mysterious plushie. That reminds me, I never did check with Sora whether this was hers. I reach out and grab by his torso, head. Anyway, I grab it and pull it over. It's oddly heavy, unsettlingly warm too. Maybe like the stone statue, this thing inside is also alive. I try fiddling with the zipper down, running down the length of his face, but it doesn't budge. Just for decoration, huh? I mutter to myself, setting down the plushie and getting to my feet. We had a huge earthquake, a broken sacred relic, a cursed hair clip, and now human petrification. I'm afraid to see what happens next.
風呂入ろう。
Scratching the back of my head, I make my way to the bath. "20? It's only been one day. April 20th. Oh, it's a new OSC. Drowsy morning. I wake up a few seconds before my alarm and stop it as soon as it rings. Oops. I kick off my comforter and get up. Rubbing the sleep from my eyes, I stumble to the bathroom. Paranormal shit. Index. The right hand of God. Toma VA. Yeah, all he needs is his right hand. And then it's super index. It's totally index. City, mostly the students. They did mention that. After heeding nature's call, I brush my teeth and wash my face. I grab a jelly drink from the fridge and walk over to my PC. After it boots up, I begin checking the daily news sites while changing into my uniform. True shit, it has powers. Maybe that's why they pick Toma as the VA. It's totally index.
は
I grunt absent-mindedly. Missing girl discovered at statue. Oh shit. This headline doesn't make any sense. I continue reading the article. She was last seen on the night of the 18th at the crane school she attended. She never returned home, and late at night, as her parents grew increasingly concerned, they contacted the authorities. A citizen subsequently reported encountering an unusual statue in a local park, and police investigators uncovered that the object in question was not in fact a statue at all. The girl belongings were found inside the petrified bag, and the data was recovered from her petrified cell phone memory. Several other pivotal factors further confirmed the identity of the statue as the girl herself. How her skin has turned to stone is still unknown. I go to several news sites checking the facts at each one, but they're all completely consistent.
マジかよ。
It's just an hypothesis, but it's possible that statue was actually once a human being. Kujo mentioned for the night before pops into my mind. It can't be. What she was afraid of turned out to be true. No, the truth is undeniable now. There was no statue, it was a person. The fingernail wasn't some prop set up by the sculptor for an elaborate prank. It was a girl's actual fingernail. The blood was real. Her skin was turned to stone, which means under the statue was once flesh and warm blood. I checked my timeline on Twitter. A strange disease is turning people to stone. You can smell a whiff of perverse delight running through the posts among the fear and consternation. One theory claims it's a virus from outer space. And it's crazy how many people are actually standing up for that view. And a handful of locals or just people who know more about the town are even drawing connection to that lousy anime. Apparently there's a monster in it that turns people into stone. The faction is claiming that the earthquake awakened the monster and that is what's responsible for turning the girl to stone. If just someone deals with the monster, this mystery disease isn't going away, or so they say. This is nuts. But I can't say that with complete confidence that they're wrong, and that's frustrating. Someone was turned to stone. That's crazy in and of itself, and yet I saw it with my own eyes. The virus from outer space? The mysterious monster? Bizarre as they sound, one of them might be even right.
妙なことになってんな。
With a mutter, I just made the whole situation as someone else's problem and closed my laptop. First, Kujo paranormal phenomenon. Now a disease turning people to stone. And for the way Kujo's been acting, I'm starting to think there's some link between the two. What was it Kujo said again? Something about a curse?
神器が壊れたせいで白光川に災いが降りかかった。なわけないか。
いいえ、その通り。
Alright,
正解よ。
Who's this? Use your right hand to spell the magic right now. He never touched the statue. He could have saved her.
ああ
I hear an unfamiliar girl voice, prompting to me to turn around so fast you can practically hear the whoosh. Nothing. No one is there. Of course no one's there. This is my apartment. I'm the only one who should be here. Beatrice! I was going to say something too, but I wasn't confident. Right? Because we heard her voice recently from Course Party. Right? Kuroko voice. But I wasn't confident. I wanted to hear her talk more. That's Kuroko VA. Nice. Now we need Bidi Bidi.
空かなんか仕込んだのかおい
No response. Am I imagining things? Hearing things? Or maybe I'm a victim of paranormal phenomenon on my own.
くそバカみてアホか
I tried to shame myself into acting tougher after getting spooked by the voice. I'll go down my jelly drink with roughly scratching my head. Unable to completely shake off the feeling of dread, I quickly finished getting ready for the day, while constantly checking over my shoulder. I didn't make my way to school earlier than usual. I hope, I'm not gonna lie. I hope this turns to a girl. I just want it to turn into a girl, and I want her to be my main heroine.
そろそろと思ったけれど。
And by main heroine, I mean the girl that is always with me, no matter what round I'm in.
もう少し様子を見た方が良さそうね。
Nothing from class is sticking, even more so than usual. Ryuichi started chatting away at me the moment I walked into the classroom. Maybe it was a 5th game? Or 6? And Sora, not knowing that I left early, waited for me until she was almost late for school, so you can add guilt over that to my list of concern. Let me see. During lunch, the case of the petrified girl ends up being the talk of the school. Kujo looks more tense than usual too. Also, the more I remember it, the less confident I feel that the voice I heard was just my ears playing tricks on me. No way I'm crazy enough to hear a voice so crystal clear like that. So then, what did I hear? And for that matter, what's the deal with that plushie that just appeared in my room one day? Is it some cursed toy? Or maybe an artifact spirit that brings good luck? I heave a brief sigh and collapse on my desk. Maybe I should try talking to Sensei about it. Or maybe I could bring it up like Kujo, like, you know, I'm having a run-in of Paranormal 2 or something. I better make a great conversation starter. That kind of wishful thinking is the only thing keeping me from being totally down in the dumps. She has no route though. This is what she looked like. Let me see. I don't know if I want to click it. I'm not gonna click it. Does she show up in the first game? If she doesn't show up, I think I'm gonna play all of the episodes. I'm kind of liking this so far. God, I'm so pathetic. No, she doesn't. 4th game? I'll wait till the 4th game. I think I'll play all 4 of them. At the sound of the bell, we stand and bow. That's the last morning. What's it called? Last morning what? Class. Maybe my mood will improve a little after I eat some lunch and fill my belly. Ah, crap!
かけるくんランチの時間よ
Uji comes over to my desk with a convenience store bag in hand.
どうしたの食べないの
食べたいけど飯がない
え買ってないの
朝買うの忘れた購買行ってくるわ
じゃあ僕も行こう
先食っててもいいぞ。
一人で食べたくないし、ジュース買うから一緒に。
BFF.
なに
Out of nowhere, the fire alarm goes off. A shrill, blaring sound.
何？避難訓練？
それなら事前になんかあるだろう、連絡とか。
なんでそんな冷静なの？男前で濡れちゃうんだけど。
めっちゃビビってるっつうの。お前の方が余裕あるじゃねえか。
てかどうしよう。避難した方がいいの？去年あったよね、誰かがいたずらで押したこと。
とりあえず先生とか来るまで。
My phone vibrates, so I pull it out of my pocket to check it. Sora's calling me. She texts me constantly, but she hardly ever calls.
どったの？
妹から電話。
紹介して。
バーカ。
I cut Yuichi down to size before answering the call.
もしも。
お兄ちゃんやばい。
Sora's shriek pierces my ear and cuts me off mid-hello. I blink, suddenly serious. Sora always calls me Oni-chan when she really needs my help.
どうした？
クラスの人が教室に火つけた。
Oh, crap.
は？火をつけたって放火が？
I found... Oh shit, danger of the wind. I found myself yelling that question. All eyes turn to me, and the classroom work itself up into a frenzy. But I can't be bothered to worry about that.
なんでそんなことになったんだ？
よくわかんない。なんか急に大声出して。
逃げられるか？
燃えてて無理。
窓からは？
そっちも無理。
くそ。
Every exit is sealed off? It's not a drill, so the fire engine should be coming any moment now.
電話切るな。そのままにしておけ。お前何組だ？
D。
待ってろ、今行く。
Oni-chan! I slipped my phone into my pocket, leaving the call live.
なんかヤバい雰囲気を感じたんだけど。
火事だ。1階が燃えてる。
どうすれば。
I can't afford to stand around and deal with Yoichi panicking. I dash out into the hall. What am I going to do? Even when I go to the first floor, what can I even do? Gotta fill a bucket with water? No.
新見くん。
Good seems to have followed me for some reason. I really can't spare the time to talk to her.
放火って聞こえたけど。
妹のクラスメイトが火をつけたらしい。
火をつけたってどうやって？
知らねえし、悪い、後にしてくれ。
I pull a fire extinguisher from a storage container and rush toward the stairs. Kujo follows.
危ねえぞ、教室で待ってろ。
新見くんだって。
妹が逃げ遅れてるんだ。
力になれるかもしれない。
It's useless arguing with her, so we rush down the stairs.
おいおい。
何これ。
The first floor is a sea of flames, but there's something strange about them. The windows, halls, walls, and floors are burning up, yet I don't feel any heat. There's no smoke coming from the flames either. I can only tell they're hot by moving right up next to them. There's something peculiar about the way the fire is burning too. I don't know how to describe it, but it's like they're not burning any material, they're just there. In any case, it's a bizarre sight. A bunch of students are crowded together, watching it from a distance.
ぼーっとしてる場合かよ。
It's chastising myself as well as the others. I'm no better than them right now. If you played Renata, it would have been just some waking. This one has like some supernatural stuff. That's pretty cool. I kind of like that. I pull out the pen and extinguisher, point the nozzle at a blaze, and squeeze down the lever. This is definitely more unique for sure than a typical slice of life. A white mist engulfs the area 10 feet in front. The can runs dry in a mere 10 or 15 seconds, and I realize how pathetically short it lasted. However, what makes my blood run colder than that is...
嘘だろ。消えない。
The flames are still burning, unaffected. I finally understand why the students and teachers nearby are just standing there in confusion. The flames just don't look abnormal. Did someone spill some kind of chemical? I'm not going to resolve this by thinking about it. I'll try another extinguisher. If one full extinguisher isn't enough, I'll use as many as it takes.
待って。
I walk towards the storage box, but Kujo grabs my arm.
なんだ。
無駄だと思う。別の方法で火を消さないと。
別の方法って。
I'm panicking so much that I snap at her. Kujo, on the other hand, is trying her best to be composed as she reasons with me.
新見くんはユーザー。
は？なんの？
Oh shit, here's the reveal.
分かった。説明は後でするから。ここは私に任せて。
待て。任せてってどうするつもりだ？
火をつけた人を見つける。
見つけてどうする？
見つかったら多分消せる。
I don't understand what she could possibly mean, but her firm gaze is reassuring. There's something in it that makes me want to believe her.
本当にできるんだな。
確約はできないけど、やってみせる。
そら！
I take out my phone and shout her name.
放火したやつまだそばにいるか？
いる。なんか規制聞こえる。怖くて外出らんない。
Still.
わかった。待ってろ。
We gotta punch him. Punch
ク
her
ジ
with my
ョ
right
！D 組
hand.
だ。規制上げてるやつ。
D 組ね。わかった。
俺が先に行く。クジョはついてきてくれ。
でも
口論はなしにしようぜ。
I take out my blazer and fans away the flame. You should do this shit. Come on, bro. Maybe I can't put them out, but they can at least flicker to the side at the moment. Still no smoke, and despite the sea of flame, there's a lot of safe areas. We can make it through.
行くぞ。
Keep an eye out for the patches of hallway that aren't ablaze. I dash through, carving a path by brushing the flames aside with my blazer. Completely avoiding the flames proved difficult. They occasionally licked at my arms and legs. I'm getting flashback to when I used to cook for myself. This pain is about as bad as when I accidentally touched a hot frying pan. However, neither my blazer nor any part of me that the flame touches actually catches fire. Admittedly, I've never seen a real fire on this scale, so I don't know exactly how it acts like, but this is definitely strange.
やめろ！やめろよ！
The onlooker goes silent as an unsettling scream echoes to the hall. What the fuck? There, in the center of the cylindrical walls of flames, a boy is thrashing around, head and arms flowing unnaturally as he rages.
あの人ね。
見つけたぞ。どうする
10メートルまで近づかないと。
I'm gonna beat his ass.
？10メートル？相当近いぞ。
分かってるけど、試したらそれが限界だったの。
わかんねえ。その理由も後で教えろよ。
I brush more flames aside with my blazers as we close the distance.
俺の力が！
Another scream. A pillar of fire erupts from the ceiling. The flame wreathes around the student and grows as he cries out. I can't get any closer. Damn, the front of Class D rooms look like the gates of hell itself.
力が勝手にあっつくそなんだよあいつ12か。
やっぱりユーザーだ、あの人。
そのユーザーって何なんだ？
後で話すから。ありがとう。やっと射程距離に入った。
超能力でも使う気か？
その通り。
は？
What's her powers, bro? Collision course number 9. Kujo extends her left hand, not the right, the left hand.
低劣な盗人の力。せめて世のため人のために。
She's muttering something under her breath. Don't tell me some sort of incantation. But maybe that's exactly what it is. A pattern. No, an emblem? What the hell is that? I don't know. A mysterious glowing blue symbol appears on the back of Kujo's hands.
九条なんだよそれ。
後で話すから。どれ？あの人を狂気に走らせたのは。
Kujo hesitates, her glowing left hand still outstretched towards the male student. I don't have the foggiest idea what she's doing. I'm fully occupied waving my blazer around, pushing the flames aside so they don't engulf Kujo. Of course, between me wildly waving around my jacket and Kujo light show, we're bound to draw attention no matter how crazy this guy is, and he turns our way.
なんだよ来るんじゃねえあっち行ってろ
九条
The flame rush at us like a tsunami, and I instinctively shield Kujo from them. The flame passes over us and scatters to the floor and wall.
新見くん大丈夫？
This song is pretty good.
俺は大丈夫だ九条は平気か
ごめんなさい。ありがとう。大丈夫。
腕を振ったら炎がこっちに来たぞあいつ炎を操ってるみたいに
多分そうだと思う。
あいつも超能力者だっていうのか
今はそういう解釈でいい。
否定してほしかったんだけどな
逃げちゃう。射程の外に。
I look over my shoulder to see the guy stepping back, still screaming. But then look in his eyes, he's totally lost it. And there, a glowing symbol on his face. Just like one of Kujo's hand.
なるほど超能力か10メートルだな
ええ
あいつの動きを止めるあとは任せる
新見くん
What's he gonna do? I ignore her and charge headlong at him. If this were a manga, I'd be shouting courageously while I do it. But instead, let's just say if I weren't grinding my teeth together right now, I'd be crying like a little bitch from the pain. So I shout out my war cry in my head. Yeah! The unnatural flame burns me everywhere. Intense pain assaults me, the sensation of being seared alive, and yet my clothes don't catch fire. Therefore, these flames has to be fake. Meaning the pain is an illusion too.
こっちに来るな
A god of flame flies at me. I plunge straight through it, grabbing onto the student. I pin him to the ground. My phone falls from my pocket and hits the floor, and I hear Sora's voice coming from it. She can probably see me from the classroom. Hang on, Sora, leave it to me. Or rather, leave it to her.
九条
新見くんあなたのこと尊敬する。
Daybreak won't wait, number 6. With a line that would make me blush under ordinary circumstances, Kujo extends her left hand once more. The symbol on her hand is the same as this guy. Wait, actually, the design is different. Is it some sort of counter to his control to control flames? Speaking of which,
離せよ
じっとしてろ九条まだか
ごめんなさい。何かその人が身につけているものを。
身につけているものなんだどうすればいい
身につけているもの多分アクセサリー髪飾りみたいな視界に入らないとダメなの。
何がしてえのかやっぱわかんねえけど
やめろ
暴れんなうっせ黙ってろ
giving into my anger, I slunk the guy in the face. Ah! His head hits the floor and bounces off with a dull thud, and after a groan, he stops flailing around. Oh shit, did I kill him? I panic for an instant, before the burning pain brings me back to what I need to do. Equality! I gotta find a jewel. She said a hair clip, but a dude wouldn't be wearing that. Where could it be, damn it?
首からぶら下げているやつよ。銀の十字架。
That voice again! No, now's not the time to be worry about who it is.
信じるぞ
I flip the unconscious guy over onto his back. There it is, a silver cross. I grab it and yank at the thin chain with all my might, hoisting it up.
九条これだ
ありがとう。お願い成功して。
Grabbing a fist. She closes her glowing left hand into a fist. I feel an odd discomfort for a split second. In the palm of my hand, it's like the thing that should be clenched in my fist disappeared.
できた。
The cross that was in my hand has appeared in Kujo's. Oh, I didn't even notice that, bro. It's right there. He's holding the chain. What on earth?
すぐにその男から離れなさい。
That voice again? I instinctively follow his advice, jumping back and putting some distance between myself and the boy. And then it happens. She should still be unconscious, but the student's eyes pop open, and when he screams, he scratches at his face, at the symbol of his face. He's probably like messing up the bitrate, right? There's a lot of effects going on. I'm probably blurry right now. The flames near him. No, every flame through the hallway suddenly quivers and goes flying straight at him. A hail of arrows and spear of flames. A tempest of flame. Kujo gasped. I want to cover her, but I couldn't get to her in time. I hit the deck as the vortex of flame engulfs the board. I can only watch in horror. He dead? He killed himself. A death cry. It fades off into the distance, along with the flames. It's almost as if nothing ever happened. The flames vanish as quickly as a bubble bursting, leaving not a trace behind. What the hell was that?
新見か。
I don't know why Kujo said my name, but I reply anyway, as I get up to examine the fallen student.
生きてるよね。
Oh,
多分な。
yeah. The boy's eyes are rolled back into his head, and he's foaming at the mouth. He's curled up into the fetal position, his fist balled up near his chin, twitching, convulsing. A symbol on his cheek is gone. His clothes are fine. Not a burn on him. It seems the same goes for Kujo and myself. Despite running through the sea of flame, we're unscarred.
新見か。上着と。
Kujo collects both the blazer and the cell phone I dropped earlier and hands them to me. I give her my thanks and take them. After what we went through, I have no choice but to admit it. He was using some superpowers that let him control flames.
サイレンの音。
やっと消防車が来たか。ここから離れた方が。
There. What about Sora? There you go. I take a powerful shot to the gut. Sora glumps onto me, wrapping both arms around my waist. I look up to see all the trapped students starting to evacuate. Several of them are shaken up and crying, while others are silent, surveying the area with mouths agape in confusion. To them, the fire just vanished on its own accord.
もう大丈夫だ。
I set my hand on Sora's head and stroke her hair. Kujo watches us with a smile. This is kind of embarrassing.
ありがとう、新見くん。
何が何だかわけわかんねえ。なんで礼を言われてるのかも。ちゃんと話してくれよ。
I know, right? You better explain.
約束は守ります。
Dang. Her tone is a tad stiff. Kujo pulls her gaze away from us and turns around. I follow her stare as I try to calm Sora down. She's watching the evacuating students. The teachers are barking instructions. You know, they got some nerve considering they stood there as slack-jawed as everyone else. I absent-mindedly chastise them to myself. Chastise. A short term afterwards, every student in the school is ordered to assemble in the gymnasium to wait further instructions. They make us wait about 3 minutes. The principal comes out and, without attempting to explain the earlier incident, briefly announces that everyone is free to go home for the day, effectively dismissing us. Since I'm worried about Sora, I decide to walk her back to my folks' place, or so I planned at least. However, given Kujo and I have been witnessing plunging into the heart of the configuration, there's no way they were going to just let us leave without asking us a few questions first. I trust Sora to find her friends, to a friend of hers who apparently lives nearby, and Kujo and I offer our explanation to the firefighters. We limit ourselves to only telling them about the unusual nature of the fire. Normally they would never buy our story, but with the additional evidence of videos providing some of the onlookers, they're forced to accept it. It burned unnaturally and went out just as unnaturally, and the video proved it. things don't go as smoothly as our next questioning. We get a very welcome talking to from the head teacher of our grade. I can't believe how reckless that was. You two could have died in there. I get annoyed to the pointless lecture, which he of course notices, so naturally he starts chewing me out even worse. After he finally winds down his sermon and let us go, Sensei comes out with us and says,
あんな風に怒ることないのにね。おろおろしてただけのくせに、あのハゲ。
bald ass jerk. That cheers me up a little.
ああ、やっと解放されたぜ。
終わった後の方が大変だったかも。
We trudge to the front gates. The fire engine seems to have left. Those firefighters must have been awfully confused. They rushed to the scene only to find no trace of the fire. And on top of that, the students gave them a story that made no sense. Well, whatever. Their problem, not mine.
お疲れさん。
お疲れ様。今日はもう休むよね。
そうだな。まずは飯食わねえとな。腹減って死にそう。
じゃあ一緒に食べない？約束したから。
ああ、あの話か。別に明日でもいいぞ。九条も疲れてるだろ。
You can do it tomorrow.
大丈夫。
そっか。じゃあナインボール行くかな。
今の時間は多分混んでると思う。ランチタイムは主婦の人たちでいっぱいで。
Hey, housewives, I'm in there. Let's go.
Ah, じゃあどっか適当に入るか。あ、九条は弁当？
ええ。でも、そうね。できれば人のいないところで話したいかも。
We can go to the park.
人のいないところか。
Or his room.
ああ。
His apartment or the park. I'm guessing those two.
弁当も食えるところだと俺んちくらいしか思いつかないな。
お邪魔しても大丈夫？
え、いいのか？
ご迷惑じゃなければ。
Okay.
迷惑なんてことはないけど。じゃあ俺んち行くか。
荷物カゴに入れてね。
ありがとう。
I set my bag in Kujo's bike basket and we head off. I can't believe I'm bringing Kujo to my apartment. This is the first time I'm having a girl over, other than Sora. I'm freaking out here. Sasuga Toma. Between our exhaustion and the obvious tension, our conversation grinds to a halt. Stewing at the awkwardness, we head towards my apartment. We pop into the convenience store on the way so I can buy myself a lunchbox, and then we, at last, reach my apartment. Don't overthink this. I'm just grabbing a midday bite with Kujo. I'm alone with a girl in my apartment. I can't let her find out how excited I am over this.
お店に来ないときはいつもコンビニで。
だな。あとはスーパーの弁当とか。
そうなんだ。
九条、その弁当自分で作ったの？
ええ。たまにお母さんに作ってもらうこともあるけれど、できる限り自分で。
Is this when she's gonna offer to make me lunch every day from now on?
すごいな。俺には無理だ。
よかったらこれ食べて。
Okay.
え、いいのか？
コンビニのお弁当だけじゃバランス悪いもの。嫌いじゃなかったらどうぞ。
ありがとう。
She passed me a bit of her braised spinach. Damn, just a spinach? I take a bite.
あ、うまい。
She could have given me a wiener or something, man.
よかった。
We're all alone, sitting across from each other. Here I am, eating food prepared by a girl. I'm getting pretty worked up, seeing one of my most cherished dreams from when I first started living alone finally come to fruition. But it's no time to get lost in thoughts. You wouldn't want a wiener? I mean, that's the only meat in a bento, right? We've seen so many animes. What kind of meat do they even add to the bento? It's always a wiener. Of course I want the wiener, not a spinach.
結局何だったんだあれ。
I want the octopus wiener. They have fried chicken. I always keep my eyes on the wiener though. A madman wreathed and flamed. A coarse egg, but I heard the egg is sweet. I wonder how that tastes like. Kujo, a blue symbol flashing on left hand, so similar to the one on the man's cheek. Unexplained superpowers. I need to know what's going on. There's no time to get all lost struck and dopey.
説明する前にまず体験してもらった方がいいかもしれない。
あ、もう十分体験した。どんな話でも信じる。
ええ、でも理解もしてもらおうと思って私のことを。
She sat down to her chopsticks, pulled out her phone, and began fiddling with it. She prompted opening my bookcase, pointing the camera in my direction.
動画撮るね。
What? Okay.
ああ、いいけど。
新見くんの持ち物何か借りていい？
You can have my shirt.
何か？
ええ、できれば愛着のあるものを。
My lucky pencil.
愛着。ああ、じゃあ。
Court the first experience. Glancing around, I spot my cell phone out of the table beside me, and I pick it up and hand it to
あ
her.
りがとう。くだらない質問だけどごめんなさい。付き合ってね。
Sure.
うん。
これは新見くんのスマートフォンで私の持ち物じゃない。そうよね。
はい、そうです。
黒いカバーがつけてある。
うん、一緒に買った。
気に入ってる？
Yeah?
もちろん。片落ちだけど入学祝いに買ってもらったやつだから大事に使ってる。
ありがとう。はい、返すね。
あ、
I take my phone, dumbfounded. I'm clueless as to what she's trying to do here, but I play along while taking another bite of spinach.
じゃあようやく本題。
She raises her left hand. A magic hand. Back at school, I thought I had a firm grip on that guy's jewelry, but somehow I ended up on Kujo's hand.
私の手よく見ていて。
Okay.
わかった。
Whoa, what the hell? It turned red. I wonder why. Maybe because it's like blood or something, right? She's probably adding like blood circulating through her hand or something. When she inhales and holds her breath, the emblem reappears on her hand, producing a faint glow. I blink for less than a second. When my I didn't even blink. It just appeared in her hand. I saw it. When my eyes open, I noticed that Kujo is not holding a smartphone with a black cover in her hand. The hands look weird. It looks pretty alright to me. We definitely saw weird looking hands in the past. This one looks pretty decent. Pretty good. It just glue red. That threw me off for a minute.
それだ、瞬間移動。あの時もそうだった。
これ誰のスマートフォンかわかる？
あ、九条のだろ？
私のはあっちに。
They could have made the finger that was more detailed though. Maybe.
あ、そっか。
What the hell?
二台持ち？
It's two.
一つしか持ってない。
What?
じゃあ誰の？それどっから移動させたの？
Bro, that's yours.
この部屋にあった。
あれ？空の忘れ物か？いや、あいつの機種それじゃなかったし。
Is that not his?
見覚えはない？
全く。
わかった。ありがとう。はい。
Oh shit. She robs your memories. Is that her powers? Not only does she rob you, she rob your memories. Damn.
返すね。
ああ、うん。
She hands the phone to me.
そのスマートフォン誰のかわかる？
え、俺のだけど。
Oh shit, that's pretty buff.
さっきまで知らないって言ってた。
Damn, she robs your memory. That's pretty fucking buff, bruh.
えいやいや、俺のだし、言わねえよ、そんなこと。
そう。ありがとう。
Damn.
実験終わり。
あ
As I tilt my head in utter confusion, Kuja goes to retrieve her phone from the bookshelf. That's why she recorded it. Oh, because he wouldn't remember it.
見て。
She fusses with the phone for a minute, then shows me the screen. I watch the video on it. Kuja asks her question. I answer in return. Kuja lifts her left hand. Her hand shines when my phone teleports in her hand. And then,
あ
the me in the recording offers up an insane answer to her question. I'm saying I don't recognize my own phone? What's more,
こんなこと喋った記憶がない。
そう。
that's a fucked up power,
それ
bro.
が私の力。
That mean she could probably make me forget about her. I bet they're gonna do that, huh? That's probably gonna be sad. Kuja speaks, watching timidly for my reaction.
他人の持ち物の所有権を奪い、その持ち物に関する記憶まで消してしまう。
Or maybe not. They're gonna make a different route. And then everything we did in this route won't even exist. It says she only steals ownership of other possessions, though. I don't know if you can make a physical human being your possession. I guess it depends on the terms of possessions, right?
この能力によって奪った物品は問答無用で私のものになるの。
Oh shit, what the fuck? The item stolen with this power becomes mine? Oh, okay, never mind. I thought she steals the powers too. Never mind. She just steal the item. She could steal anything then. I wonder how strict are they with the terms, the definition possession, right? It definitely could be stretched. Because memories could be a possession. A person's entire existence could be a possession.
元の持ち主
Or
は
it could be counted as
奪わ
a
れたこと
possession.
に気がつかないし、私が所有権を放棄しない限り、初めから持っていなかったものとして振る舞う。所有権を放棄した後も奪われたことに気がつかない。持ち物に関する記憶が戻る代わりに、私が奪っていた間の記憶が抜け落ちるから。
The former owner. Dang. Even at abandoned ownership, they won't realize they've been robbed. Instead, their memories of the item returning, they won't remember anything for the span of time that was in my possession.
他人の大事なものを自分の所有物にしてしまう。盗人の力。
それをあの時使ったのか。
ええ。発動条件は対象の10メートル以内に近づくこと。そして対象物が私の視界に入っていること。アーティファクトに通用するかどうかは賭けだったけど。
アーティファクト
Is that what she said, right? Couldn't think of it. She also used the word back when we were checking out the statue.
輪廻転生のメビウスリング。知ってるとは思うけど、見たことはある？
えうん。
Apparently, we're talking about anime now, right? Nevertheless, I refrain from voicing my confusion and let her continue. It's probably pertinent information.
作中にね、アーティファクトってアイテムが登場するの。すごく似ていたから名前を借りた。
アイテム。あ、まさか。
そう。
She pulls out something from a uniform pocket and lays it on the table. The Cursed Hair Clip.
登場人物たちは特殊な力を持っているの。その力はそれぞれ所有している専用のアーティファクトから引き出したもの。そしてこの髪飾りが私にこの力を与えた。
じゃあ
ええ、人を石化したのも今日のこともアーティファクトの所持者。アニメ風に言うならアーティファクトユーザーによって引き起こされた事件。
Trembling. And suddenly it all clicks. With that neat summary, all those unrelated jumps in the conversation came together to form an explanation. By wow, the logic all fits together. I'm not emotionally ready to accept it, and I found myself at a loss of words. I mean, it's crazy. And this stuff is that dumb anime is real. And yet I experienced it firsthand. I saw that impossible fire and that stone girl with my own two eyes. The only option left is to accept Kujo's explanation. But my common sense isn't making it easy for me. As I sit there, furrowing my brow and frowning, unable to come to terms with the sudden turn of events, Kujo grins at me and continues.
そうよね。私も最初はそうだった。この髪飾りに触れた瞬間、使い方が分かったの。力の。でも、あまりにも現実離れしていて、信じていなかった。けど、好奇心もあって、お店で新見くんに話した後、家に帰って試してみたの。本物だった。お父さんの大事にしている時計が私のものになって、
Oh shit.
お父さんが「いい時計だな、俺もそういうの欲しい」って言ったの。その後何度か実験して確信した。この髪飾りはアニメと同じだって、アーティファクトと呼ぶべきものだって。実は悩んでいたのは心霊現象のせいじゃなかったの。心配してくれていたのに嘘をついてごめんなさい。
いきなり超能力に目覚めて戸惑っていたってことか。
それもあるけれど、アニメのアーティファクトは所有者を選ぶの。
詳しいな。
一応全部見たから。
We should watch the whole thing too. She shrugs her shoulders with a sheepish grin. Well, that confirms what I suspected about the quality of the anime, but that's neither here nor there. The doll.
多分この髪飾りもそうなんだと思う。盗人の力が私にふさわしい力。
That's what I'm assuming.
ショックだったの。
If the doll's not an artifact,
私
then
の本質ってそうなんだって。
what's the artifact for the MC? I assume the MC is going to get an artifact. He was chosen by Beatrice. He signed a contract with Beatrice.
真面目に生きてきたつもりだったのに、誰かのものを自分のものにしたいって、そんな欲求が眠っていたなんて。醜い部分を丸裸にされたみたいで、それがとても恥ずかしくて怖くて、なかなか立ち直れなくて。
俺にはよくわかんねえけど、そんなに
難しく考える必要はないわ。力に善悪なんてないのだから。
あ、
Let's go.
あ、
A mysterious voice shattered Kujo's concern and turns into a panic. As for me, well, I'm less surprised. I mean, I saw it before it spoke. It was hard to miss, really. Something which definitely wasn't supposed to be moving around was clearing Jiryu's soul. It was you all along, huh?
あの時アドバイスしてくれたよな。おかげで助かった。
Kujo directs its blank stare in my way. Of course, I wasn't talking to her. I was talking to that thing behind her. A little plushie sitting where it shouldn't be.
ようやく私を受け入れる準備が整ってくれたわね。ぬいぐるみのふりをするの大変だったわ。
I like this character already. Yes, the plushie. Its lip curls into a smile and levitates up into the air. Okay, now that is surprising, you jerk.
はじめまして、お二方。自己紹介させてもらうわ。
It gently hovered over to us before landing on the table.
私の名はソフィーティア。
Sophie.
アーティファクトを管理する組織、セフィロトの一員よ。
I can't wait for Sophie to arrive. Kujo stares in awe at the plushie, who just introduced herself as Sophitia. Who is she? Member at the Sephiroth, an organization that manages artifacts. You know, that was an awfully quick introduction for such a complicated background, but I'm just going to let it slide just this once.
おう、そんなに怖がらないで。一応あなたたちと同じ種族よ。これは仮の姿。ぬいぐるみが喋ったら他のどんな不可思議な話も信じるだろうって思って、あえてこんな姿になってみたんだけれど。
Okay. She looks us over with her cute, actually no, with her rather unsettling hollow eyes, and then gives us an ugly smile.
その必要はなかったみたいね。もうあなたたちはぬいぐるみが話す以上の不可思議に巻き込まれている。
今アーティファクトと言いましたか？
ええ、言ったわ。
詳しいんですか？
もともとは私の世界のものなんだもの。当然ね。
私のあなたの世界。
Kujo turns to meet my eyes. You can look at me like that all you want, but I don't know what you're expecting from me, Missy. I mean, I'm barely following from what's going on here. Maybe because Kujo has more background on this stuff than I do, she buys the story abnormally quickly.
何から何までアニメと同じ。アーティファクトは異世界から流入したものなんですね。
Isekai.
あなたの視点から見れば、そうね。私の視点だとアーティファクトが異世界に流出した。
原因は神器が壊れたから。
あら、あなた素晴らしく頭がいいわね。その通りよ。
やっぱりあの神器が勘抜き代わり。壊れてしまったことでアニメのように異世界へのゲートが開いて。
I'm not gonna lie, I was looking at her, right, Sophia. Her arms move. Wait, it's not moving anymore. Oh, there you go, it's moving. That's pretty cute. I wonder if it's like live 2D or something. I read a couple of visual novels with live 2D. I have the Data Live visual novel that uses live 2D. Live 2D is pretty good. I like it. What the fuck is that shit coming out of her? Oh! Just like an anime.
ええ、私たちの世界がつながった。
じゃあゲートを閉じない限り。
この混乱は続くわ。
なるほど。
いや、なるほどじゃねえよ。なんだお前ら中2かよ。わかんねえよ。
Chuni.
あ、
You just called him a
ごめん
chuni.
なさい。
ちょっと、この世界独自の表現は避けてくれない？うまく翻訳できないのよ。
翻訳？あ、言語は違うんですね。
当然よ。世界が違うんだから。
So this game's reverse isekai. Instead of us going there to the other world, right? They come to us. That's pretty cool.
もしかして意思疎通ができているのもアーティファクトの。
だから待てって。
They both immediately stop talking. Kujo is keeping up with the plushie just fine, but I can't make heads or tails of what they're talking about. I need to start from the beginning.
まずお前は何なんだよ。
私？
そうだ、お前だ。
もう自己紹介はしたじゃない。私はセフィロトの。
それがわかんねえんだって。
She sighs at me. Just FYI, being treated like an idiot by a creepy little plushie is extremely irritating.
理解力のないあなたに簡単に説明してあげる。
そりゃどうも。
私はアーティファクトを回収しに来たの。あなたたち道具の使い方もわからないお猿さんには過ぎた代物よ。
猿って何様なんだこのぬいぐるみは。
だから本体はぬいぐるみじゃないわよ。可愛くて美人な女の子。
I believe it! I believe it, Sophie! I can't wait for your out!
あ
信じてないわね。だからお猿さんなのよ。
What?
あ
いちいち怒らないでよ。事実なんだから。現に強大な力を得たことで我を失って同族を殺したじゃない。
Murder. That word hangs in the air. She must mean the statue. I can't deny that she was turned to a stone. But to be completely straight about it, she was murdered. Murdered by petrification. And the perpetrator can only have been one of these users.
さっきも言ったけど続くわよ、この混乱は。現に力を持て余したお猿さんがさっきまで暴れていたでしょ。
The fire guy.
あの炎もアーティファクトの力。
Hey! Kujo still have the cross, right? I wonder if she has the power of fire. Probably not.
魂を焼く炎ね。使い手が未熟でよかった。そうじゃなかったらあなたたち今頃死んでいたわ。
Then she never thought about that.
私もいつかあんな風に。
We'll go on a rampage.
そうなりたくないのなら協力なさい。
So soon flame.
協力？
あなたの能力は使える。すべての能力に対してあなたの力は切り札になりうる。
Well, we're gonna fight a war?
あなたにアーティファクトを奪われたユーザーは力の制御を失う。つまりあなたは能力ごとアーティファクトを奪える。それを証明してみせた。
That is pretty buff. She can steal anybody's powers.
言っていたわね。せめて世のため人のためにって。
Charlotte.
今がその時よ。
I like that they use the eyes like geese. I don't know what to do in Charlotte. I just have to do that too.
見たでしょ、力に狂ったその末路を。事件はまだ続く。そしてまた人が死ぬ。
私なら。
そう、止められるかもしれない。あなたの力があれば。
私の力が。
I'll never trust a plushie. Don't do it, Kujo.
盗人の力なんてって自分に絶望したけれど、そのためにこの髪飾りが私を選んでくれたのなら。はい、やります。
Oh, we're gonna do it.
アーティファクト
Alright,
の
let's do
回収
it.
手伝います。
You it said I believe her. I could believe her, but Kujo shouldn't believe a plushie. I can't trust Kujo with I almost call her Beatrice. Sophie. I'll take the hit. I'll be that sacrificial pawn.
ありがとう。交渉成立ね。
はい。
She looks happy though. I guess it all works out. Kujo grabs her plushie tiny nub of an arm and pumps it up and down. Together with the traveler from the alternate universe, she will protect our planet against the oncoming catastrophe. Miyako Kujo has entered the fray. You know, if this were an anime, everybody would be bouncing up and down with excitement over this scene. However, then how do you know me? It's because of the song that I'm bouncing up and down though. Song's lit. I watched the two of them dispassionately. I mean, they're totally ignoring me. It must be what it feels like to be an extra in a blockbuster movie. I'm just sitting on the sidelines, watching the main characters psych each other up. Anyway, my bruised ego aside, I'm still a little confused about something.
なぜ俺の前に現れた？苦情じゃなく俺の前に。
How you get rid of this? I don't like this one. I guess I can stay. This sidebar, whenever I try to go to the side. Because I like to hide the mouse underneath my camera.
あなたが最初に見つけたユーザーだからに決まっているじゃない。
User.
なんだって？
Kujo gasps and looks at me while I stand there frozen in surprise.
新見くんも
No. I don't know what my power is.
いや、待てよ、待ってくれ。知らねえよ。アーティファクトなんて持っちゃいない。俺がユーザーのはずがない。
そうなのよね。アーティファクトを所持している様子がないのよね。
Really? You're the first user I've found, but you don't have any artifact in possession.
今の冗談かよ。
いいえ、私は冗談が好きじゃない。あなたは間違いなく何らかのアーティファクトに選ばれている。
でもその場合、
そう、力の使い方を理解するはず。あなたのように。まだ名前を聞いていなかったわ。
One of his powers is he's an arrow protagonist, and he has the luck of a pervert.
九条美子です。よろしくお願いします。
I want that power.
よろしく、みやこ。ソフィーでいいわ。
I want to call you Sophie too.
俺は、
あなたはいいわ。
Damn.
なんでだよ。
とにかくみやこのようにユーザーになった時点で理解するのよ。アーティファクトがその知識を主に与える。でもあなたは本気で分かっていないよね。とても珍しいケースだからあなたのそばにいたの。
It's like Subaru. He can save the game, and he can that would be pretty cool. That's a nice twist if that's true, because it's a visual novel. He can save and reload, but that could be kind of lame too at the same time. It's cool in the anime, but not in the game.
きっと普通じゃないアーティファクトの力を得ている。危険度で言えばあなたはトップクラスよ。
I guess this technically
最
is
優
an
先
anime.
監視対象。
マジかよ。
So the reason she's been watching me is that she thinks I'm a freaking security risk. But this means I'm a user too, right? So I have powers like Kujo?
何してるの？
いや、なんかビームでも出るかなって。
バカ
Without
なの。
gun. I hate this thing!
あなたの監視はこれからも続けさせてもらう。もっとも今一番危険なのは魔眼の所持者ね。
Then the evil eye? The geese?
魔眼、石化のアーティファクトを持つユーザー。
Oh, petrifying. That's kind of lame. I guess that's cool too.
その通り。
That's like insta-kill,
石
right?
像は一体で終わらない。絶対に次の被害者が出る。みやこ、魔眼のユーザーを探しなさい。未然に防ぐの。これ以上の強行を。
I thought they wouldn't talk about the geese.
はい、
頼んだわよ。この姿では私は本来の力を出せないから全てはあなたにかかっている。
頑張ります。
あなたのように正義感の強い子に会えてよかったわ。そしてかける。
That's me, right?
おい、俺のこと知ってんじゃねえか。
だから自己紹介しなくていいって言ったの。これ以上面倒事を増やさないように。あなたはおとなしくしていなさい。いいわね。
ああ、はい。
Hey, what if I want to be alone? Is Sophie still gonna try to keep watch?
結構
You got throw outside.
ようやく協力者を得られたわね。こっちの世界のことはわからないからみやこ、これからよろしくね。
よろしくお願いします。
かける？くれぐれも余計なことしないで。
Okay.
だから分かったって。
まだ話したいことはあるけれど今日はこれくらいにしておきましょう。疲れちゃったし。
Where does she sleep at?
じゃあね、また来るわ。
What the hell? What the fuck? The space around Sophie warps and folded on itself, and then she disappears. So she could teleport. Thank God. I thought she was going to stay here 24/7. What a needlessly flashy exit. Nevertheless, it proves that she's some kind of supernatural entity. You okay?
すごい。
Kujo murmurs as she looks at the spot where Sophie once was.
異世界の住人と交流しちゃった。すごい。
That is pretty awesome.
すごいね。
Ooh, beneath the moon. The polar opposite to Kujo, trembling in excitement. I'm pretty sour.
不思議な生物と契約するみたいなのはありがちな流れだが、九条が選ばれし魔法少女だとしたら、俺どっちかっていうと敵だよな。
そうね。新見くん妙に警戒されてた。
俺本当に知らなかったんだぜ。
Hey, you
アーティ
know,
ファクトだのユーザーだの。
I'm really curious. Why did she call him Niimi-kun? Isn't that like a nickname? Maybe she knows him. And she probably... The main character probably forgot about her. Maybe they're secretly childhood friends.
分かってる。新見くんは嘘なんてついてない。
That's his last name. I don't have an encyclopedia. That sounds like a nickname, I'm not gonna lie.
信じてくれてありがとう。
It's a pretty cool last name.
新見くんはどうして私のことを信じてくれたの？
何が？
私を信じて炎の中に飛び込んでくれた。
ああ、一つは冷静じゃなかったこと。空を早く助けてやりたかった。
Anything for Sora.
あとはどう見ても俺の理解を超えた状況だったってことと、九条はそういう状況で適当なことを言うやつじゃないってこと。
私の人間性を信じてくれたの？
Yeah.
ああ、そうなのかな。
Gujo looks down, her bangs covering her expression. Maybe something I said bothered her. She fumbles for her chopsticks and then reaches for a bite of food. Then she stops halfway. She sets them back down and lifts her face once more. Suddenly it hits me. Is she embarrassed? Her cheeks are flush. I choose not to pry, picking up my own chopsticks and returning to my meal.
新見くん、
ん？
よかったら一緒にやらない？協力してほしい。
Yeah.
犯人探しか？
ソフィーさんのことがなくても実はできないかなって思っていたの。今回のことで私はアーティファクトを奪えることが分かった。私の力なら石化の力を奪える。犯行を防ぐことができる。
俺は役に立てないぞ。
そんなことない。新見くんがいないと私こそ何もできない。
そんなことないだろ
あるよ。私一人だったら今回のことも無理だった。感銘を受けたの。とても迷わず飛び込んだ新見くんに。新見くんはとても勇気のある人。私もこうなりたいって思ったの。私が頑張れたのは新見くんのおかげ。新見くんがいれば私何でもできる気がする。だからよかったら一緒に
Dang,
犯人
bruh.
を探してほしいの。
I think they did this on purpose. Look at her eyes. They really do look like they're in outer space, right? Maybe she's out of this world. I really like her eyes though. I think they look really nice. Up close especially.
お願い。
I carry a bite of rice to my mouth uneasily, not answering. What's her name? Let me see. Forgot her name. Kujo. It's like Miyako Kujo, right? Dang, they should have put like Hoshi or something. Like Wish or like Stars. Or I wouldn't say Sky. But something like the night sky or the stars. They should have named her something like that. Maybe that's what her name means though. I don't know what Miyako Kujo means. I carry a bite of rice to my mouth uneasily, not answering. And they even give her like that, the night sky hairpin too. That's pretty cute. I can't stop blushing. I never would have guessed she thought so highly of me. Yeah, when I first saw this character, eyes, not first, but when I first realized her eyes is like the night sky, and her hairpin too, I thought this character was going to be like astronomy, related to like astronomy stuff and stars and stuff. Doesn't seem like it so far. I'm not used to this kind of treatment. My parents certainly never had such kind words for me. How do I even react to this?
ごめんなさい。やっぱりこんなこと付き合えないよね。
いや、やろう。
いいの？
ああ、野放しにしておけないだろう。人を石化なんかしちまうクソ野郎。
Kujo smiles. She looks so happy. And now I'm back to blushing and staring at the floor. Man, I can't believe it feels so good to have a girl relying on you.
大げさな言い方かもしれないけれど、頑張ろうね。この街を。
ああ。
I nod, trying to look good in front of her. I suspect her strong sense of responsibility is what has Kujo so motivated. Not to mention her sense of justice. But what about me? Honestly, my motives aren't so pure. I don't feel any obligation to protect the town or whatever. I just don't want Kujo to be disappointed in me. Excuse me. I want to get closer to her. I'm deplorable, I know. But I feel it's a good enough reason for now.
よかったらこれも食べて。
おう、ありがとう。
口に合わなかったら残していいからね。
What is it?
いや、うまいよ、すごく。
よかった。新見くんは料理しないんだっけ？
ああ、そうだな。まったく。調理器具は一応揃えたんだけど。
そっか、あるんだ。
あ？
これからもよろしくお願いします。
ああ、よろしく。
We bow to one another. I don't know if it's because we're both utterly embarrassed or if we're just worn out from talking, but the rest of our meal is a little awkward.
じゃあ、今日はありがとう。
ああ、気をつけてな。
After we finish lunch, I see Kujo out the entryway as she gets ready to go home. I had thought of maybe walking her halfway there, but nah, no need to go that far.
明日は学校あるのかな？
What do you mean no need to go that far, bro? There's a murderer in town. You have to walk her home. I guess she'll be fine. She has superpowers. She'll be okay.
多分な。あ、そうだ、忘れてた。あのアクセどうしたんだ？奪ったやつ。
所有権はもう手放したけれど。
Then she just threw it away? She fishes around her pocket.
まだある。
She pulls the guy necklace out of her pocket, the artifact.
持ってたのか？
直接返すべきなんだけど、自動的に戻るかなって思って。
ああ、気づいたらそばにあるんだっけ？
ええ、そうなの。そのうち持ち主の元に戻ると思う。
それはそれでまずいよな。
そうよね。返さなきゃってそればっかり思ってて。
所有権を奪ったままにはできないのか？
できるけれど。
いや、今のやっぱなし。
Kujo doesn't think too highly of her powers. Keeping something that she stole from someone else would probably be really stressful for her.
ごめんなさい。そうするべきなのに。覚悟が足らないね。
I'll take it.
そんなことないって。よかったらそれ、俺に預けてくれないか？そんなものずっと持ってるのも気持ち悪いだろ。どうせそのうち消えるなら俺が持っておく。
お願いしてもいい？
あ
りがとう。
I take the necklace from Kujo. So this is an artifact, huh? Looks like a plain old silver necklace.
やっぱり新見くんは頼りになるね。
そのうち失望させそうだな。
そんなことにはならないと思う。
Dang, why he's so humble?
じゃあ今日はありがとう。
こちらこそ弁当うまかった。
明日からもよろしくね。
あ
お邪魔しました。
See you tomorrow. Kujo puts on her shoes, offers a deep bow, and walks out of the door. Artifacts. An envoy from another world. An evil eye user. Me being a security risk. Kujo powers. Today had just been a sequence of crazy revelations. And that said, the most serious events by far was, of course, Kujo coming to my apartment.
安請け合いするんじゃなかったかもな。
Possibly due to all being so surreal, the situation hasn't really sunk in. But there's no denying that this object within my hand is a relic with power transcending human knowledge and artifacts.
どうすっかなこれ。
忘れてた。それは回収させてもらうわ。
え？
あぐ。
うわっ
But she bite me. The Sophie pops out of nowhere. Her zipper, whoa, comes undone when she engulfs my hand. I flip out and jerk my hand away, only to find the artifact gone.
アーティファクトが欲しいならそう言えよ。
言ったじゃない。あなたの手なんか食べないわよ。バカね。
She sneers at me and zips herself up. I'm really starting to hate this thing.
食ったのか。
こっちの世界に戻したの。今後ミヤコがアーティファクトを奪ったら私が回収するわ。
そうすれば元の持ち主には戻らない？
もちろん。
そうか。わかった。九条に伝えておく。
協力してくれるみたいね。
余計な手間をかけさせない程度にな。
良い心がけね。あなたみたいな凡庸なお猿さんですらアーティファクトに認められるのだから、ユーザーはもっともっと存在するはず。
いちいち見下してくるな。何個流出したんだアーティファクトは。
知らないわ。
はあ？
たくさんよ、たくさん。
お前もなかなか優秀な人材のようだな。
うるさいわね。とにかく血眼になって探しなさい。中にはミヤコのように正義の心を持ったユーザーもいるでしょう。そして魔眼のユーザーを探し出し、アーティファクトを奪いなさい。
お前は何すんだ？おい、
今は時期じゃないのよ。暦が悪い。
暦？なんだよその言い訳は。
うるさいわね。今は私が動く時ではないの。それにあなたの監視で忙しいし。
協力者にかける言葉かね。
細かい男ね。モテないでしょあなた。
Hell yeah!
ああ、
あらやばん。あなたと喧嘩している暇なんてないの。今度こそさようなら。見てるわよ。あなたがどんな力を得たのか。危険な存在であることを忘れないように。
はいはい。
まったく。
Seemingly unsatisfied by my lackluster reply, Sophie makes another needlessly flashy exit. I'm beat. I hop into bed and let out a sigh. Artifacts? A negligent envoy from another world. An evil eye user. Me being a security risk. Kujo powers. And unknown allies.
とんでもねえことになった。
I may still be putting all the pieces together, but that much is obvious already. Honestly, I wish it were all just a bad joke. But if it means I can get closer to Kujo, I'm willing to put in the effort. This town is in peril, and Kakeru Niimi rushes its aid, driven by his libido. No way! Are you for real? That's not all of it. It's only been 3 hours. I'm the freaking worst, I swear. Well, no harm is giving it a shot. I got to at least work hard enough to live up to Kujo expectation. But you're right about one thing. That's episode 1 for my playthrough. That's a good stopping point. Wait, is this the opening? Then we got here to the opening. What's this? Palette presents 9. Episode 1, Miyako Kujo. Should buffer the volume. realized, dang, I messed up. I should have seen the senior. Hey, is this is okay. I wonder if I'll censor that. Sora, Niimi, Haruka, Kosaka, Noi Yuki, Sasuke, Naruse, Yoichi, Kazu. Man, these new visual novels, I'm impressed, man. Good job on the visuals and effects. These new visual novels keep getting better and better. Nice. Prologue. Hey, they put the trophy on the top right this time so you can see. Usually it's where I'm at, but now you can see the trophy. That's interesting. That's the first Steam game that put it up there. Or maybe that's a new Steam update. Who knows? But with that, a conclusion, that's a good stopping point. Dang, you saw that? It just hovers automatically. Nice. Anyway, yep, that's GG's on my part. We'll continue more next time. First impression so far, I think it's really good. Honestly, when I read the reviews, people say it's slow. I think it's pretty well paced in my opinion. I think it's well paced. And it's pretty interesting. They showed off the twist and event pretty early, right? First 3 hours. I think that's pretty good for a visual novel. But this is a 10-hour visual novel too. You gotta keep that in mind. So they're probably going to reveal stuff a lot more quicker. So that's why the pace is a lot quicker compared to the 80 hours visual novels I'm used to. I like the characters are ready, right? Characters are, I don't want to say I'm getting attached to them, but I'm liking them a lot more very early on. That's a pretty good sign. Right, Kujo seems pretty cute. I like her. I really like Sora for some reason. Maybe because Sora had a lot more screen times. And then I like Sophie mainly because of VA though. Because you know, it'd be like that. Sensei's aight. Sensei's aight to me. BFF, he's aight too. Main character seems okay. He's pretty cool. At least he's handsome. He got tone of voice too. So main character is pretty cool to me. I definitely could see this being turned into an anime. Like everything screams, at least to me, right? Because it has like stacks VAs and the storyline is pretty anime too in itself. It's not just, you know, casual slice of life. It has some pretty interesting storyline going on. I can see this becoming an anime. I bet they're gonna try to make this into an anime. Oh, we'll see then. If they make this into an anime, I'm definitely gonna watch it. But yeah, first impression, this is pretty good. I liked it so far. Well paced, in my opinion. And characters are pretty interesting already. I like them. Everyone's very attractive, that's for sure. At first, I didn't really like the character designs. Not character designs. I didn't like the visuals too much, right? Because the eyes are like huge and bubbly. But seeing them, like, maybe it's because it's on my TV. Seeing them in-game versus like a VNDB screenshot, it looks a lot better in-game. And I kind of like that a lot, especially Kujo. Kujo eyes look like space. They look like the night sky. I hope they make like a, and plus she has like an astronomy hairpin. I wonder if they're gonna do something about that. Who knows? Everyone dressed really cool too. The drip, they got really cool school uniforms. So character designs are pretty cool too. And yeah, that's all I have to say about this game. I really like it so far. And I definitely could see myself playing more of the episodes for sure. Anyway, yep, that's it for part 1 from me. Well, that's not even part 1. Who knows how many parts this is. But that's it for me for now. Appreciate everyone that stopped by. It's been cool. We'll continue on later. All right, later. Bye.